he was like, "Hey, so I heard you're single."
Mm,
Um,
Right, yep, no,
Yeah. So I
uh,
you're single is fucking
it's
crazy.
rude, you know.
uh, and I can assume, for the other two, uh, H and Zach, what are you guys up to? Are you kinda waiting on the others to be done, or are you up to anything
I
particular?
don't know where I am, but I'm assuming I'm where the dead bodies are. I don't know if I'm with everyone, so I'm gonna just
Bodies
be.
have been this is the next day from when
Oh,
everything was
I'll just wake up and get some fresh air and sit in the grass and think for a minute. That's about it.
cool.
I'm gonna still
Um,
act like I don't know Reinpert's here though, or any of them, Brom or so.
okay, yeah. As you are sitting outside, though, it isn't hard to see that the airship has landed nearby.
Okay, I see. Oh, oh shit. So that means we probably got reinforcements. Huh? As I rush inside
Inside the manor or the airship?
the manor.
Alright, yeah. You rush inside. There are a few people moving through, like, guards that you haven't seen before, or you haven't seen since the airship. Uh, and uh, Zach, what is Jade up to?
Well, they don't want me eating the corpses, so
I can
just
imagine
chilling
Jade's
around,
on
I guess.
a secret mission to try and steal the corpses.
Nah, nah.
The majority of the corpses have already been taken away.
I know, right?
Um,
All the fun's been dealt with.
Alright, so you're just hanging around then?
Yeah, I'm just sitting
Cool.
there with everybody else.
Uh, Age, where is Floyd running to?
I will be running to like the main lobby and then asking if
Alright.
anyone has seen the Paragon.
Alright, yeah, you ask for, you run up to someone who you can tell is, uh, just recently arrived.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and they tell you that the Paragon, as well as, the others, are still back at the airship. Um,
Does that mean
Finest.
uh right? They'll just see me having a little bit of a realization moment and a little bit of depressive facial expression. I will slowly walk over to the airship.
Uh, you've also been told by the soldier who's there that they are currently, they should still be in the Paragon's office,
Mm-hmm.
as they are receiving basically a briefing from Orlin, Pony's character, and then you know making a plan from there. But you start making your way back over to the airship. Then
Mm-hmm.
you said just walking.
Yep.
Cool. Um, that will still be just a short minute, but
That's fine.
uh, I'll give the option. Zach, you do see Floyd kind of asking around then leaving. Would you like to follow him, or are you going to
Yeah,
stay wait for the others?
he's acting creepy.
All right, you start to follow Floyd.
Yes.
Are you doing so
With
quietly or just running up next to him?
you know what's a good question. I'll attempt to be quietly.
Roll a
So he
stealth.
just had to beat my passive. Now he beats it.
Yeah, if you're not actively searching for him,
Yeah.
uh, and I assume you're not keeping too high of a guard
Nope.
since.
Mm-mm.
Uh, but yeah, no, you're.
Pink Panther.
Jade just takes those razors. Panther.
We gotta thank Jade looks like this now.
Buff slime wizard.
Ah, he's a monk druid. I mean, not druid, fucking barbarian.
Yeah. With a wizard hat.
Or with the wizard hat.
He found it, thought it was cool.
Keep the enemies on their toes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Just
think he's
don't ever
wearing-
know
out
what the
when
fuck
he
you
casts his
are.
spell, and then he just runs with his arms straight out and just grabs people instead.
I am a wizard. I don't
Watch
even have
me
to
make the
run up
man-
there, bro.
Watch me make the skeleton appear. Just take someone's fucking skin. Just fucking eat someone. Voila! Skeleton!
Just boat.
Watch me make your skeleton on the outside.
Like, watch, I can use Mage Hand, and then does this shit.
Fucking punches you.
No, he just squirts a really long piece of himself 10 feet out, turns
Don't
the
say
doorknob, and
squirts
sucks
a
it
long
back.
piece of himself. That's a terrible fucking verb to use.
Dude, he's a slime. What else does he do?
Refocusing on the game.
Ew.
Uh,
No, my skeleton.
Lloyd,
My skeleton.
you make it to the airship. Nothing really of note on the way. You do see that there is like a, you do see a handful of the, like Knights of Mayville, standing around, kind of, some of them keeping watch on the area, some of them helping out. There's definitely a slight heavier presence here right now, though. As unless you have anything else, you head inside.
I would take a deep breath, close my eyes, walk through the room.
You make your way into the airship and up to the Paragon's office. As you see the guard standing there as usual, the Arentian elites, and you do hear some talking from inside the room.
I asked him if I got clearance to go in.
You ask as the guard turns, knocks on the door, and the voices go quiet for a moment, and then you hear shortly after just, send them in. As the guard opens the door for you.
I walk right in, and what do I see?
You see the Paragon sitting at her desk, as very, sat up proper and, as per pretty standard at this point, the entire desk covered in papers of all sorts. Meanwhile, next to her in the room is a couple of other individuals. Just making sure I know all the people who would be here. One, of course, is Captain Goose, just speaking with her. And another one who you haven't actually, I don't believe, spoken to yet, but you do recognize due to his apparel as the flight captain of the vessel.
So that's basically all that's in here.
At the moment, yes.
Mm-hmm.
No Miss Maybell, none of the other group.
And then,
No,
me. You
No,
don't
they're-
want me there.
Fair enough.
They're at the manor.
Okay, that's fair.
And Zach, where are you following him inside, or are you?
Yeah, just enough like he doesn't notice me, but I'm still standing and like everybody else can see me.
Yeah, no, they all saw you enter right behind him. Like you're just standing in the corner of the room.
around. I just
imagine you're
bend to
like
where he can't see me.
you're just taking like the shape of Floyd and just like walking really closely behind him.
Yeah, you know how the
Like a
memes do it.
shadow.
You step where he steps. He's the only one not aware that I'm here.
Uh, as you enter, then
I'm
a
sorry.
small.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, so good. A small. Uh, uh, a small noise comes from the Paragon as she watches you enter. Uh, you see Goose roll her eyes, and the captain kind of looking at you inquisitively. As Goose will then clear her throat and go, report.
Right. My Lady Paragon and Sir Goose. I wanted to report that there is a strange individual that could be the cause of all this. It is a tabaxi with orange fur, white hair. I do not know about his whereabouts. He probably have already skipped town. But when I was coming from shopping, I saw him looking into the castle from outside of the gates, and he had a bit of an anxious feeling to him. He was a bit nervous, and I couldn't put out why. But I believe he might have something to do with this. I don't have any proof, I don't have evidence, but I do have the blade that is the murder weapon. As I pull it out,
You pull out the knife, uh, and um, the first thing that you'll see is Goose steps towards you and says, "It was good of you to bring this to me."
yes,
And she holds out her hand for it.
I gave it to her and put it in her hands.
Thank you. You see her kind of look it over and go, "It seems Orland's reports were correct." Yes, indeed. Um, and this individual you mentioned, do you happen to get like a name or?
Mm-mm. Unfortunately, I didn't ask.
All right. We'll keep an eye out.
Mm.
I'll let everyone know to report any signs of a person such as the description.
Right.
Um,
I already asked for a few of the navigators to help as a few people to search around. We couldn't find anything, so we're kind of head of a dead end right now. Um, Sorry for us being a little incompetent on this one, ma'am. We don't know how the individual got in, so
it's all right. From the reports, there was nothing to suspect them of until after they had already left the scene. Correct?
yes.
Then we can simply act in the interim.
Hmm. Will there be any orders for you would like me to do?
You see the Paragon and Goose kind of look between each other. Uh, as the Paragon kind of lowers her head and Goose turns to you and says, during this time of struggle, do as you can to assist the family of Maybell. However, do not forget our main objective with being here.
Right, the
If you
archives.
correct. If you find any news about them, if you hear word of how we might be able to gain access, report directly to us.
I
We can only handle our own affairs.
could we give it at least a few? I guess we don't have time, huh?
We can help while we're here, but
It's just it's someone died at Miss Maybell, and most likely Ryne as well ain't gonna. it might be a little too I'm sorry, I'm speaking out of line.
No, no. Speak your mind.
It's just I feel like I know we're not trying to act directly, but it doesn't make me feel too good about still worried about the objective. At least me personally. I would at least like us to wait at least about a good week until they're in a better mind state and can actually, you know, focus on other things until
Uh,
the man's passing.
See the captain now speak up as he turns and goes, "A week is a long time. We only have so much before we are required to flee. The war will not end simply while we wait here."
Understandable.
What the captain is trying to say is that we have time here. However, we shouldn't delay if possible.
I will see about a way of talking to the queen and seeing if we may be able, if she can help us. If that's okay with you guys.
By queen, who are you talking about?
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm talking about Miss Maybell's mother.
He's
Duchess.
talking about the Duchess.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Duchess. Sorry.
No, it's all good. I was just making
I
sure that
don't
you
know
were
about
talking about
Dutch or
someone
Duchess.
else.
Duchess is for the
Floyd's
females.
trying to take this to the very top, you know, all the way to the queen of the Grand Trio.
I just had to make sure, you know.
Yeah.
Um. But yeah. Do what you can.
Right. I'll definitely ask for. No, it's okay. I'll get right to it if I may take my leave.
As long as you have nothing else to report.
Alright, that is all. I'll take my leave then. I turn around. Do I see Jade there? Or does he move right like as I turn?
Jay. Zach.
I will attempt to move. If you want, I can do like a dexterity or fucking.
Make me a because he is. You have a bit of warning, but make me like a DC 10 Dex check.
14.
Yeah, no, you managed to just keep like sliding around him as he walks out of there. Once again, almost you almost hear like a stifled like chuckle coming from under the Paragon's mask as you're leaving.
Did you say something, madam?
Roll a perception while you turn around to base it off his previous stealth.
Got you. Give me 1 second. Let me get this. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
No.
You turn around and Jay just shuffles with it. And Paragon goes, "Nothing of importance."
Right. Alright. Close this door. You can go to the others. I'll just be walking back slowly.
Yeah. You guys are making your way back. Miss Maybell, Ryan Pert, and Brom. If I remember correctly, as was stated, Ryan Pert ran off to his room after last session to start plotting and or scheming.
Both.
Yes.
Brom, are you sticking with Miss Maybell, or are you heading? I'll
He's
take that as
dead.
a
Rain,
yes.
you alive, buddy?
He said BRB at some point.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I missed that. Then we'll ask him whether he's there or not after. I'm okay with being loose on that part. But Miss Maybell,
Yes.
you were going to Ryan Pert's room?
Yeah.
You
You
arrive at his
sound
door.
confused. The sign is put back up.
She'll give a quick knock at the door. I assume he doesn't answer.
I will answer actually.
Oh, okay. Well, I knock at the door.
Come in.
Open the door and walk in. Close it
You
behind
see
her.
him writing down things and scratching them out quickly.
I'm hurt. I understand that you're upset, or honestly, you're kind of justified with a lot of your emotions right now. But please be rational with this. You don't have to do it alone.
I am not upset, Esther. What I am is seething on the inside, and I don't know where to direct it. I'm trying to take all the information you gave me and put it into this, but it's just, there's nothing. There's nothing to really go on. There's nothing that was left to be able to truly figure this out right away, and it's making me more and more impatient. I had a couple moments to think, and all I could think about is not getting to see my father's face ever again. Again. 2 times in my life, I've lost a father. And this one hurts worse. At least the last one I barely fucking knew. I'm not mad. I'm just done. I'm done messing around with the people that keep terrorizing my life, and I'm going to do something about it rather than let it continue to just eat at me. So when I said I'd take care of it, you're welcome to help, but I'm going to take care of it this time. Drepsky left before I could do anything about it. I didn't know he had already done his deed, and then had been gone for several days, and I couldn't find him. But this we have an opportunity with, and we need to do something about it.
That's what we're all
I
trying to
closed.
figure out.
Oh, I closed the book. Is all I'm going to say, and I look at you. What were you saying?
That's what we're all trying to figure out.
Right. But as I keep writing things down and trying to organize my brain, I've came up with several conclusions for things that could be going on. But it feels like we're missing something. I've been over it and over it again, and there's just so much missing.
What do you think could be missing?
You want to make an insight? Can Clay make an insight check for me? Is it possible?
I can.
Against what?
Basically, to
Against.
just get a feel for what I'm acting like and what I'm trying to get to.
All right. Do you think DC 15 is reasonable?
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty reasonable.
Okay. 5.
Nope.
Realizing like you're not understanding what he's saying, he steps up and says, Mabel, there is a lot that is missing. He stands up. Did you like leave the door kind of open behind you?
No, I closed it.
He stands up and he kind of begins pacing. Then, as he just says, "There, I need to know something. Do you have any idea of who would have done this? Why they would do this? The reason I'm asking you isn't because I'm like, oh, you should know something that we all don't. I'm asking because you know your family better than I do. What happened? Is there something Father did to cause someone else to intervene? The Aristokians, this looking at their potential involvement just doesn't make sense. So them being here, it feels like a ruse rather than the actual truth of it.
I don't know. I wasn't involved in all the politics. And I haven't been here in a while. Something could have happened.
Is there something you're not telling me?
Make me an insight check.
Fine.
Are you going to say something to make it a persuasion and/or deception?
Hold on.
Because if you're going to say one answer, I will need a persuasion and/or deception.
Mm-hmm.
2 DM preferably.
Yeah.
If not, then if you're just remaining silent, however, that would just be insight and we'll set the DC.
Up to you, Clay. Although, in my brain, saying nothing says everything.
I've told you all I know.
Roll your equivalent check, 2 DM for Miss Naville, for Ryan Pert.
Yep.
And 15.
Uh, as far as you can tell, she seems genuine.
Uh, After a moment of frustration kind of leaving his face for a moment, he says, fine, whatever. I've been meaning to ask you something else anyways.
That is.
When we were on the road here, when we ended up leaving the airship for a bit, we ran into an individual. Do you remember him?
The one that gave you the box, right?
Right. And it was a ring or whatever, and you were supposed to give it to your mother.
That's right.
Have you given it to her yet?
It completely slipped my mind. Everything going on. I'll give it to her soon.
Actually, don't yet. Can I see it?
All right. I pull out the ring and the box.
Alrighty.
Hand it over.
I'm going to go ahead and cast Identify on the ring.
I'm going to just say assume ritual because
Yes.
um you cast identify on the ring. Um, because of the nature of this, uh, I'm going to ask. Give me an Arcana check, DC 10. Easily, yeah.
20. Yeah.
Uh, you start looking into the ring, and despite everything, some of the what you can glean on it is still vague in a sense, but you do know it does have magical properties. Um, in that you know that the compass part of it, as I said, it's a ring with a compass inlaid into it. Um, it's been enchanted to uh, only point or to point at something besides north. Um, you can also tell this ring has two other properties that in hand.
Mhm.
Uh, one is uh, a magic that seems incomplete about it, almost as though studying the magic in Lena, it's almost as though it is half of a magic circle itself. Uh, though it is the other half of a spell. Um, though what that spell is, you cannot be certain at this moment. Just that it has a connection to something else of magical, uh, not prowess, but something else with magical properties to it. And the other thing about it is that it does have a um, restriction towards use. Um,
What
and this
direction
is
is
one
it
that.
pointing?
Sorry.
What direction is it pointing?
I'll get to that in a sec.
Okay.
But the restriction at hand that you can actually glean in total is that, uh, as of this moment, the only person who can use the ring, or at very least the active effect of the magic that is incomplete with this, uh, does seem to be bound to the same magic you get from Miss Mayvell.
The same magic as
These
Clay's character, not
Yes,
not even her mother.
correct. And as for the direction is pointing, um, currently it would be pointing, uh, we'll say, uh, if you were there, we'll say it is currently pointing roughly uh, north, uh, northwest, not northwest, just northwest. Uh, Essentially, to give other geological uh, descriptions, is that you would be pointing to the other side of the manor, to the uh, to kind of roughly or in the direction of the airship. Uh, Beyond that is just more countryside and then the ocean. So west northwest.
Okay. I'm making a check to uh well, no, there's no point. Uh okay. It's definitely pointing, and it's not like it's shifting easily. Like if I move from one step over to the side, it's not like it's somewhere close. It's definitely still pointing very much the same direction, yeah?
As far as you can tell, it is pointing the same direction each time. It is
Okay.
not something within close enough proximity that you could discern it from
One
just
or the
here.
other. Um, as I'm observing it, I will say Do you have any idea what this ring is?
I don't really know. Magical items are more your forte.
Is that a lie?
I don't know, is it?
I don't know, is it?
Well, I don't know if I need to roll for that or not. Anyways, okay, it's fine. Right. I'm just going to move on because I don't think it is.
Why would that be a
But
lie?
well, if
Why
you already
would I
knew what
lie
you
about
did,
knowing what this is?
the reason I'm saying that is because I'm going to say this next part. For some reason, this ring only works for you, not for Mother.
Huh.
Right. So this is another thing. Well, we can get answers on this later. I place it back in the box and put it in my pocket.
Okay.
Motherfucker. The ring, I don't know what it is.
Uh-huh. Anyways,
Anyways.
right. I'm going to... I'm going to look to Miss Maybell, and I'm going to say, we have a few things we need to check out. Firstly, we're going to go talk with some people and try to figure out where a few folks are. I need Floyd. I want to send him around town for a couple things. Probably send him with Brom. Otherwise, you're to stay here with your mother. I think that's what's for the best. Since you said she got attacked, right?
That is true.
And we need someone here watching over her 24/7 till we can get this resolved. Otherwise, she's going to die too. Do you want it to be you, or should I put Brom in charge of that?
God fucking damn it.
Now, let's hear that answer, Clay. Let's hear that answer.
Give me a chance, Mom.
God, now, you know what? Can we retcon what I just said and I'll have it only be Miss
I think you should definitely stay here, Miss Maybell.
Oh, Miss Maybell, I think I should stay here. You can trust me with your mom. Trust me.
For safety, obviously. Okay.
Jokes aside, though, Brom is very viable in that option.
He's very viable in both options.
Oh, I will say, where's Jade and Floyd, by the way?
I'm not sure. They're are probably wandering. Maybe they're talking to the Paragon or something.
Did Jade keep his promise to me?
Is that being?
Never mind. Right. Look, I'm going to go ahead and do this. Rempert is going to stand up and, he is going to, kind of go through his things. Reyes, can I just, like, have a couple of, like, different books on the area and stuff here?
Books on the area?
Like, just general knowledge books of, the Great Ruins. I don't need anything super special. I'm not
100
looking
facts
for
about the
bonuses or
Grand
anything.
Ruins.
I'll say you have a basic history textbook, but if you need anything else, you'll probably want to head to the Manors
Mhm.
Library.
Okay. Well, either way, I'll just grab that then. And I'm going to grab, would I have just some basic metals, you think? Or is that something I could do?
I presume you would have those anyways, because artificer.
Right, but that's what I'm asking. I'm
Just
asking
some basic
before I start
scraps,
slating. I
like
just
you
want
have to,
basic scraps.
but you don't have anything like finely made for a specific task, but
Right. Um, I'm going to grab up some of that and put it in my bag. And then, what I'd like to do is I step over to you, Miss Maybelle, and I say, we are going to find out what happened with Father. The biggest thing is that I need you to be on my side for this. I don't want a repeat of what happened with Brom. You still haven't told me what you said you couldn't tell me back then. And then you just now told me again that you weren't hiding anything. I'm trusting you. But if this comes back to kill all of us, just understand that I can't claim that it wasn't your fault. As I walk out,
Damn.
Oh, okay. Oh God. Anyway, Brom, you're going on investigations.
Oh, come on.
Stay away from my mom, Brom. Stay away from my mother.
I
I
head
can stay
downstairs
away
to
from your
act.
mom. I could say
Is he,
she'll stay away from me.
is he still sitting in the living room with our mother, or is she?
are you wrong?
God.
Yeah, he has a rose in his mouth, so you're single. No.
God.
No,
Uh, can I just have a nuke real quick, just for one occasion? I
just
won't use it ever again.
one
Just
encounter,
single
please.
No.
fucking nuke.
Um,
Are you sure?
I
You
don't-
said you were trying to kill him anyways. Like, come
yeah.
on.
I
It wouldn't be
cannot.
it wouldn't be fun if it's not in fair combat.
It's true. It's gotta be in
Oh,
fair
it'll be
combat.
fair combat. It'll be
But
me
wow,
having to shove it down his throat. Um, which
Anyways,
probably
Brom, what
happened.
are you up
Hey
to?
yo.
that's a good question. Hey yo, that's a good question. I think Brom, with the news going on and everything, I like to think he probably would have just kind of been propped up. I guess probably just kind of keeping watch over the area, just really kind of making sure, keeping an eye out, being investigative when he can, looking for anything that may be out of place or might be a sign of danger. I don't think he wants to venture too far out in the event that something were to appear. So I think he's still kind of on edge for that.
Like a kid on alert, wait in a waiting room at a hospital.
Yeah, yeah, he's in that mom I flew up stance, arms like fully out,
Mom, I
looking around.
wow.
All right, and you're just keeping watch over the main area.
I'd say yeah, that's probably what he's doing.
Cool.
I think he might even try and talk with Mr. Murdoch. They haven't really spoken since.
All right.
Uh,
You'll have a minute to talk to him. But while you're doing that, just give me a perception
yeah, sure.
for during the scene of you talking to him while this is.
I say 12.
Oh, all right. In the meantime, though, what do you say to Mr. Murdoch?
Psst, hey, Mr. Murdoch. As he kind of pulls out the Dreamcatcher staff. Been a little bit since we've talked to all. How are things?
Oh, it's all right here. About the same as it's been for the last long time.
Right. Um, any thoughts on what's been going on here recently? Meeting a god and all that stuff, and then reading the real Mr. Murrow, maybe, I think, all that stuff.
Well, it was definitely the real one, but also I don't believe it was the real god. The gods aren't real, that's just an illusion you saw.
You see Brom, he like chucks the staff across the room. And then he very calmly goes back over and picks it back up.
What was that for?
Sorry. That's the whole lot randomly speaking. Say, Mr. Bullock, you wouldn't happen to sense anything like, you know, magical? There might be someone that isn't, I don't know, just Mabel or Ryne or Mama Mabel or anything like that.
Don't detect anything magical, you say?
Yeah, you know, maybe someone scrying or, you know, I don't know, something like a spell waiting to go off that hasn't yet or something like that.
Nothing nearby, but there's plenty of magic around in general.
I guess that makes sense. Well, if you, I guess notice anything out of the ordinary, I guess just let me know. I'd appreciate it.
I can let you know, but sometimes where's the fun in that?
You know,
What I'm getting at is, what's in it for me?
that's true. And here I felt that we were close enough to where we could kind of help each other out. Although you have helped me a bunch, so there's that.
I only got so much magic to go around.
Hang on, is there like a maybe is it like a well that you're drawing from that will eventually kind of run out, or is it like a?
It's like a... Oh, you see all the strings on my catcher here?
Mhm.
That's all the magic I got in me. I've been storing it.
Oh. Huh. And I think Brom's gonna kind of take a look at all the strings. I know there were a few more that were recently added. I guess he's probably just gonna take a closer look at them now, just see like how many there are, and see if he could like discern anything about them.
Compared to before, you can now actually start to make out the pattern of a dream catcher. Whereas for a long time it was just a set of loose strings. If you had to guess, you would say that the amount of uh, in a real dream catcher would be, like mainly just like one string.
Right.
But we'll say for this that with the amount of like individual lines between, you're probably looking at uh, probably about 2 dozen,
Oh.
uh, all interweaving and making like kind of bending around each other and shifting, but they all remain. I shouldn't say shifting. They all do remain in place, just interweaving between each other.
Well, I mean, hey, if maybe whatever you notice happens to lead to us finding whoever did this, if you want, I could put another string on that staff of yours.
Oh, how you proposing doing that?
Oh, you know, the good old-fashioned way, yeah. He takes his hand and makes like a crushing motion.
I'm worried what you mean by that.
You know, they're just like we kill them, and then you can get their like the.
Oh, I get you now. I thought you were talking about crushing me.
Oh no, I would never crush you, Mr. Murdoch. Uh,
I don't really
no,
hope
good
not. I'd
sir.
hate to have to kill you.
Right, yeah. Do you think you could do that?
I'd certainly try.
Yeah, fair enough. Ifs and buts and coconuts. I can't remember how the rest of that line goes.
I don't know what you're talking about, so
Discussions for later.
I'll let you know if I see anything around.
Right.
If I think it's important, at least.
Right. I appreciate that. As I think he he kind of thinks for a moment as he looks at the staff. There's like almost this weird sort of like sly look which appears on his face. Before he kind of like looks at the staff, almost. I like to think whenever he's talking to it, he'll like hold it out and look at it like it was talking back to him, just like an eye contact thing in a weird sort of way. Hey, say, Mr. Murdoch,
Hey?
I suppose with everything going on, we don't really get a time to kind of sit down and chat. But if you ever want to talk or anything like that, my mind is free.
What are we going to talk about then?
I don't know. What do
We
you
don't
want?
really have that much in common here.
That's true. Maybe I don't know. Could talk to like input, like what do you think about things that are going on, or how do you like the weather? Can you like does the weather interacting with the staff interact with you at all? Like if it's raining, can you tell that it's raining?
Well, I can bloody well see that it's raining.
Oh,
Don't feel it though.
Oh, I see. Good to know.
I'm perfectly fine inside here, fine and dry.
I get you. So you wouldn't happen to have any input on what I should do with the cage situation, do you?
Hmm. Well, it depends really. Let's say, for example, that really was a god.
Mhm.
That a real god came down from the heavens and said, "Hey, I need you to do this for me."
Yeah.
I think you just do as he says. After all, someone of immense power. It's better to do what they say, lest they try and kill you for not.
True. But wouldn't it be like, train cage?
Hey, definitely. Sometimes you just got to betray someone.
Have you ever betrayed anybody before?
Oh, plenty of times.
Oh.
I mean, I was a criminal after all.
Oh yeah. Sometimes I forget why you were in that stuff. I still
Well, that's
remember.
not why I'm in here.
Oh. Oh. Well, great. Now I know you were previously a criminal, and I don't know what to do right now.
Well, there's plenty of things you could be doing. I mean, you could be going around, you could start. Let me tell you this. If I were in your shoes, well, first things first, I'd likely be robbing this place. I mean, we already know that they got some things hidden around here.
It's true.
And believe me, there's no door that a spell can't open. It's just a matter of what spell you got to cast on it.
Good to know. So then, if I wanted you to open a door, you could open that for me, right?
Well, if I really wanted to, I could.
Good to know. Wait, no, Miss Raven's house. Can't do that. Sorry.
Well, you can, you just don't want to get caught.
Yeah, I don't want to do it. Really. I mean, I don't know. I think given the circumstances, maybe if it was just like a visit normally, then sure. But, I mean, my mom did just kind of die.
If we wanted to
Poor
take the
guy.
moral high ground. How about this one? You could go around intimidating everyone until someone admits to doing the crime.
You might be onto something with that one, actually.
Then again, you might just scare someone to saying yes for no reason.
Oh, yeah, that's true too. Yes. And here I thought that was a good idea.
It could be.
I
You
guess
know,
I'll
unless the person who did it isn't actually here anymore. I mean, after all, anytime I had to do an assassination, it was hit and run.
I guess it makes sense. They probably wouldn't want to stick around after this sort of thing.
But you never know. If it's political in nature, the assassin might be gone, but yeah, the person who hired him might be still around. It's just a question of who's got something to gain out of this. Rival political families or factions or just people that don't like him generally.
Hmm.
Or it could be someone who's next in line for the throne. Granted, that would then mean that your precious Lady Maybell is the one who murdered the Mr. Maybell. Or the Mrs.
No,
Maybell murdered, and now is going after the lady.
you think she would do that? Is he kind of shoots a glance over to Mama Maybell?
To Mama Maybell.
I mean, I've seen it happen before. Nobles can be cutthroat, I tell you.
Yeah, that I can understand.
Oh, it is a good time I remember having to kill off a noble. Sneak into their place in the middle of the night, cast silence over their bed. Had a lad of mine do the deed.
Wait a minute. Well, oh, say, if you were to do this, let's say hypothetically, you're in the shoes of the assassin here. Where would you go? What would be your next move?
What will be my next move? Well, I'd be out of here. I won't come back anytime soon. If I was the assassin, at least. If I were hired as an assassin to take out the lad here, I'd be back at this point today. After all this happened, what, a couple of days ago? Uh, I'd be at my base of operations by now. Whatever that might be at the time. But they did lay in a summon that is the same person who attacked on each occasion. I'm losing the voice slowly.
Oh, good. I'll end
That's
this one.
heavier.
But assuming it's the same person who did both attacks on there, they might be sticking in the area just to make sure that they can finish the job, whatever that might be.
Good point. Maybe I should stick around here or sort of looking around for if anything would happen. I'll probably just wait for Ryne and Miss Mabel to come up with something. They usually do.
I mean, your best case situation would be to get someone who knows how thieves work, but you don't really have your body for that right now.
Oh, yeah. You wouldn't be able to do anything to help him out, would you?
Oh, trust me, I looked at the magic that's on him. Why you ain't touching that?
What does that mean?
I worry that if I say something, because I've made a lot of deals in my time. I don't know if I've made a deal with this one or not. I don't want to find out the hard way. If I'm breaking a non-disclosure agreement.
Non-disclosure.
Sometimes you make a deal to not say nothing.
Shut me up. I know those things.
Aye, yes. I don't remember if I made one with this person or not. I don't know. I remember if I have dealing with them.
Okay,
But I know I recognize him, and I know I don't want a part of it.
good to know. So then, is there any chance that I can make it up?
Oh, you can't see me shrug there.
Oh, you couldn't see me shrug there.
I guess the verbal equivalent would be, I don't know.
That's crazy.
Okay. Good to know. I appreciate it, Mr. Muno. Anyways, Mama Mabel's looking at me like I'm crazy now, so I'm gonna start.
Oh, she's not the only one.
Yeah. As he like, very slowly puts the staff back.
You definitely do have a few eyes on you as
What,
most
you never
people
seen
just
it?
giving you like wayward glances as they continue walking past you, but
You never seen a half orc talk to his staff before? Hmm?
What, you've never seen a nosebleed before?
Yeah.
the servant just averts their gaze and continues on with what they were up
Oh.
to. But I will say around this time, the lot of you all start to congregate back. Floyd returning from the airship to the manor, Jade following him as a shadow in suit, uh, Ryan Pert storming off back out here, and Miss Maybell shortly behind in tow, I presume.
Yeah, not right away, but like a good little couple minutes.
Gotcha. It's not, despite the fact this place is big, you're still roughly within earshot.
Mhm.
But we'll say since Reinpert's the first one entering and the one with the most initiative, what do you say as you come out to the main area?
Uh, I just see all of them gathered.
You see Brom up at the top of these like foyer stairs, and uh, Floyd and Jade entering in from the front door.
Mother, we need a secluded place to talk. All of
You
us.
say you say that to
Mother Maybell.
gotcha. Her just kind of standing off to the side will look to you. Yes, of course. If you just need a spot, you can spend some time. You can take some time in the study if you need.
Father's study.
I meant the.
The awkward pause of like.
I didn't mean his study, but
I know, but even still, like Reinpert throwing that out there, it's just like.
no, I meant the waiting room right there.
All right, sorry. I'm going to be doing one thing. Rez,
Hi.
if I remember right, Homunculus can still operate under orders, right?
Yes.
Like they can go wherever and do the task that you told them to do, kind of deal, or.
As long as it is a task they're capable of.
I was thinking like bug sweep.
All right, so search around the entire place for.
Obviously, I know what's familiar to me and what's not familiar to me here for the most part. Yes.
Correct.
Uh,
Then again, it's also been some time, so.
Mother, have you gotten any new strange magical devices since the last time we were here?
Not any that I can think of. Just the odd. Maybe the odd display piece, but nothing of any significance.
Okay. Um, send the little drone around for any. Starting in the study as I move everyone into there. Have it move around the room and search for any magical devices that are of its size or smaller.
Okay, I have one issue with this I have to just bring up is that it's kind of like a two-part. One is I will still need to have it make a roll for investigation,
Okay.
but also I don't believe your homunculus itself would have any way of like
Identifying.
identifying if something is or isn't magical.
Identify is a touch spell.
It still costs a spell slot unless you want to be casting identify on every object in the room for 10 minutes each.
Fair point. Right. First, then instead of that, ritual cast detect magic in the room.
All right. Um, Nothing of note really. I will say that there's a faint magical presence on a pair of swords, like decorative swords that are above the fireplace in here.
Recognizably to me, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Uh, and then on any persons.
The usual magic items you've seen on people of weapons, uh, like equipment, any. I believe you've seen all the magic items that anyone here carries.
No one's hiding anything.
If they are, I don't remember it.
Okay. Well, I meant like
Uh,
NPCs. I wasn't even talking about party members.
uh, anyone, anyone here is mainly just Lady Maybell and like servants, as well as some guards and whatnot. Uh, no one around here really seems to be carrying much.
Mother, I don't want the guards or servants in here.
Understood. I'll make sure the room is cleared for you.
We have plenty of protection for you, I can promise you that. As she shuffles all of them out, I will finally be like, alright. I'm sorry for walking off before. I felt I would say something I shouldn't, and I kept my mouth shut. That's mainly why I walked off. I'm sorry.
It's all right, dear. You need time to process everything.
Since it's only a small congregation of peoples, I'm going to walk over to her and for the first time sit next to her, and I'm going to try to be like, I know I'm not her blood son, but I am still a son to her. At least that's how I've always thought she saw me. So I'm going to take her hand and be like, Mother, we need to have a serious talk about all of this. And I've combed my head and cleared my thoughts. And there's a few things I'd like to go over with you. Are you up
What's
for
that, dear?
Let's start with this. Did Father have any enemies that were... Well, of course he did. Everyone does when they reach a certain point in life, but... Was there anyone that had been coming by and causing him quite a bit of aggravation recently?
Well, not quite of any matter of importance. Uh, I mean, there's been a few. There's been a few trade disputes here and there between the different nobles. That was actually what the meeting there the other day was for. Uh, yeah. There is there's the Baron Roselash, who's always been a bit thorn in uh, your father's side, but that's just a
He wasn't here today.
yesterday.
Yesterday, sorry.
Uh, no, he hasn't attended meetings in some time. Uh, how he even made it on to why he even is still part of the nearby faction, I think, is only due to his proximity rather than any actual
In-
allegiance. But hmm?
influence. Same thing, basically.
Yeah, uh, well, that's always just been a running gripe between them, and well, like you've probably heard already, uh, there's uh, Duke Ryne, who's been awfully silent as of late, but that's
It,
been the
has he
case
been
before.
seen publicly during that time?
Not in any major gatherings.
But still noticed, like he's not dead or anything.
Well, there hasn't been word of his death. Uh, I'd be amazed if he was, but
Mhm. Please forgive this next question. It is just something I'd like to ask you. You and Father weren't having troubles, were you?
No, of course not.
How have you both been faring? Up until this point, I mean.
Well, your father had been slowing down in his age, regardless. He'd been having a bit more of a struggle with keeping up with his work, but I've been able to help him up till this point. As for myself, well, I've been a little under the weather, but nothing that's been able to keep me down yet.
Nod again. And, can I insight that last one?
Go ahead.
— 19.
19? Oh, I just need to pull my dice tray over.
Hold that dice tray.
You notice that specifically when she mentions being a bit under the weather, you get a better look at her as well, and just how you can tell she's not lying, but she's underplaying it a little.
I was literally thinking of saying that is the exact words as I go, Mother, I know you tend to underplay things, but please forgive me. You are as beautiful as you will have ever been. But your eyes are sunken in and your cheeks are shallow. You're ill pretty sourly, I'm guessing.
The doctors have been looking into it, dear. It's all right.
Have you let Esther?
I don't need your sister worrying about me right now.
A look of like, come on, Mom.
I'm sorry, dear, but I didn't want to tell her right when she got back, and then when everything happened with her father. It hasn't been a good time yet.
A
It's
gentle
nothing.
pat to her arm. Sorry, go ahead.
It's nothing as pressing as the rest.
Well, as much as I hate you having to say that, I feel like I must agree. Promise me you'll let us talk more about it after.
Of course, dear.
Right. Then, notably, besides the two nobles that were missing, I want to at least tell you this. I don't actually think it was the Aristokians involved in this. Based off of what the others told me and what was filled into us, I think I strongly believe that it was a ruse. And with that, I have a more important question. I know Father is good about keeping things in check here in the city, but is there by chance any group that has started an organized crime here? Like a thieves' guild or...
Well, we have the odd thieves here and there, like anywhere else, but I wouldn't know about any organization of them.
Right, that's one of the things we're going to be looking into. I think it's a high chance that whoever was hired to create this turmoil was some sort of expert. He left no trace of himself, and that worries me. Otherwise, I think next is Floyd. Floyd.
Right here, right now. I'm not near you.
He said you arrived back at the manor.
Yeah, I did, but
Yeah,
I'm
but you
not.
never
Yeah.
invited everyone else to join you in the room.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was saying that it was going to be all of us, but okay.
You then just started talking to the Lady Maybell, but you never said you
Okay,
never gathered
right.
everyone. They were just
Okay,
in the
fair
room.
enough.
Yeah, I
Okay,
assumed you were just talking to her in private.
I will say, to be fair, I'm pretty sure I did say that I gathered everyone, but it might have been in like a passing.
Yeah. You
I
did
thought I
mention that
had everyone.
you wanted her to clear a room for everyone to be in, but you never gave direct
Right.
orders like you wanted it right away.
And I said after gathering everyone in there.
I don't
think is what
believe
I-
you said that part. Because
Oh.
you asked her for the room and then you said like when everyone has
Okay,
cleared
Can I
out.
just say,
Uh,
well, I'll call them in here in a minute. I have actually one more thing I want to talk to her about in private, anyways, so that works
Mhm.
out. I was going to talk to her in private after, but I'm going to say with. I know sister came in and asked a very hard question when she first got here. Did you and father talk about that before his passing? Did
you're
you?
talking about the
Yes,
That
where they
Paragon is able to
right.
access the all powerful secret text.
gotcha, yeah. Your mother looks and kind of thinks for a moment, goes, we hadn't come to any decision yet. We were gonna take some more time to think it over.
And that is understandable. I just wondered if you had actually gotten a chance for the two of you to talk about it at all.
We had a little chat. Your father was hesitant, but now with everything happening, I think we have to put that matter on hold.
Yes, I understand. I wanted to tell you my feelings on that. To be honest, I'm still hesitant myself. As much as I've been working for them, I don't know if I can trust them yet. They have taken care of us while we've been in the capital, their capital of Varentia, but I don't know. I feel like I'm losing a battle I didn't know I even was involved in. But then again, I guess I am involved in the war against the Aristokians at this point. But this comes first, is what I wanted to tell you, I guess.
Thank you, dear.
I wanted to know, would it bother you if we were to search Father Ignaz's room? I'm sure you had some of the guards go up and down in it when he was killed, but I'm searching for anything that might tie him to something that might have led to someone wanting to kill him. Other than the sacred text, of course.
Be my guest, dear.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. This is your home, too.
To be honest, I don't even know if I can step in there right now. I think I'll be sending a couple of my friends into that room if that's okay.
Trust them? I trust them.
My team that I have gathered at this point has earned a lot of my trust. Did you know the slimy one? His name is Jake.
Jade, yes.
He told me he would protect Mayville while he was here. He kept to that. And instead, I feel like I ended up not protecting the friends we had on the trip here. One of our friends got injured. I would like for you to meet him once he's well.
Sorry to hear that, dear. Would you like me to send the doctor to look over him?
We have a couple professionals, but for now I think he needs to recuperate. It's a form of coma, I think.
Alright, well, If there's anything I can do to help, you let me know.
There is one thing. As Ryne just like tightens his grip and just starts crying for a bit.
Oh.
Oh dear. Lady Maybell will kind of step forward and kind of hold you in a hug.
The classic motherly embrace.
After taking a minute to finally let out his feelings for a bit, he slowly stands to greet her face to face and says, "There is one more thing, but I'll bring everyone in for it, or we can talk in private about this. It's your choice." And I'm going to pull out the case with the ring in it. And I pop it open and show it to her.
She'll look
What is
at it and look at you and go, "It looks like a ring, like a compass."
What was that guy's name again, Raz? You told me last time. I thought I put it in my notes, but I didn't. I know your name.
I have it here somewhere. Sir Quinnivan Backland.
Sir Quinnivan Backland gave this to us. Said his lady had presented it as a gift for you. Or intended it to be a delivery to you.
See, uh, you see the Maybell think for a moment, and then she'll reach out, assuming you don't stop her, and grab the ring, to look over it.
I don't stop her.
You see her investigate the ring for a moment, and then goes, "I don't know. I don't personally know the name, but I think your father had a ring much like this at one point. Haven't seen it in some time, however, and I swear he mentioned the name once or twice, but
Oh, wait, I think I actually have something for. Hold on. Wait. I thought I had. Nope, never mind. There's a spell I could have picked up as a artificer, believe it or not, that helps with remembering things. But, I say, Mother, could you try to remember?
I'm trying, dear, but it was a very long time ago. If at all, I might be mistaken, but
He hasn't had it in some time, though.
I haven't seen it in quite some time.
I think that's one of the things we'll be looking for is the other half of this. Because, to tell you the honest truth, I cast Identify on this before giving it to you. I didn't want it to be some sort of weapon against you, especially once I found out that Father had been killed. It's some sort of half of a magic circle, supposedly. And it's not tied to you, but tied to Sister. I don't know how they would have tied it to her. Is there anyone that ever came and performed any sort of ritual for her at any point? Something
For
that would
Esther?
have tied her to an object. Yes.
Oh, no rituals that she wasn't herself a part of, just the sermons and all that.
Anything that Father had given his blood to for some sort of bloodline soulbound thing or anything like that.
No, none that I'm aware of.
But you only know so much about what the sacred texts are, don't you?
That was never really. I was never entirely on that side of the family. That side comes much more down to your father's side of the family.
I nod. You at least know that these rings aren't tied to accessing the secret text, yes? I just
Sorry?
don't want to be toying with this. I'm saying, basically what I'm saying, Rez, is, this ring obviously doesn't have anything to do with the access thereof or anything like that, does it?
Let's just say, sorry, dear, I don't know what the ring's for.
Okay. Right. Well, do you mind if I hold on to it a little longer? I know it was a gift to you, but
If it's bound to Esther, I think it might be best she have it, but you two figure that out amongst yourselves, alright?
there's something with that, but we'll talk about that in a moment, okay? Right. I go over to the door, I peek out, and I say, right, everyone in.
Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Walk on in.
I'll walk in.
Inviting the rest of them in, clarifying that they have all heard that, Zach.
Sick.
Zach.
What? I
I
hear. I
invited
have
the rest of you
eyeballs.
in.
I do
Okay.
not step in.
We need to talk
I slide.
about. Oh, well, okay, fair enough.
Mm.
As he slides in, for one, I just stick out a hand and say, right, and you, thank you, as I pat him on the shoulder. I know each of you are here for the purposes of figuring out how we may gain access to the vault, but I'm going to say this now. Is anyone opposed on us primarily focusing on figuring out the death of our father?
I'm not opposed.
Also, for those that don't know it yet, but Floyd, Jade, Grackle got a bit injured on our trip and is in a coma. Bear in mind it was due to his own recklessness, but I still feel just as bad for not bringing him back in one piece all the same. There's a few things we need to do, and I have a major fear of leaving my mother here alone. I'm going to be leaving Esther with her, and I would like to know if any of you would be willing to stay as well. If not, that's okay. It's just more effort we can put into searching, but I would feel more comfortable if one of us were to stay here. Even I could stay
Raise
here.
my hand.
Floyd, you'll stay.
Yep. I'll stay.
Right, I'll place the same trust I put into Jade, and seriously, thank you for that. I was losing hope that I'd trust anyone on anything again. So,
You can trust me, Reinhardt. He gives a thumbs up.
I understand that, Brom. And the time came you stepped up and did what you felt was right. I'm glad you did that. But, you can see he's getting like a little sickly in the face thinking about something. And he keeps looking at you, Miss Maybell. Sister, I'm sorry for this, but I don't know what else to do. I look over to Mom, and I say, Sister's hiding something.
Oh. God
and she won't
damn.
tell me what it is. And it's driving me insane, and I'm losing my shit because I think it might be a risky thing, and she's trying to handle it all by herself, and it's irritating me. We've been through so much together on this journey back home, and I am panicking. There, I said it. Also, I said it for all of them to hear, so they could know that you're hiding something too. I know that you said earlier that you weren't hiding anything, but the last time we talked about you hiding something, you told me you couldn't tell me what it was. So obviously that was a lie, even if you seemed genuine at that time, which is even more worrying because you're willing to lie to me really well. He crosses his arms like a kid who's throwing a tantrum.
Esther,
Yes, Mama.
I need you to be honest with me. Just a yes or no. Are you hiding something?
Okay.
I don't think it was a yes or no.
Okay. It's
That was
okay.
that was not a character voice.
I
That
know,
was
I
not a
know.
character voice. I don't have the Southern Belle. It's not Miss Maybell saying this.
I don't think a southern okay isn't that different from regular.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
okay versus okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fuck. Okay.
Converse.
God, I don't. Fucking goddamn it, you piece of shit.
Sorry,
Okay.
Clay.
I'm not. L.
Actually, I'm not.
So, there's enough silence, and I'm gonna speak up. Ryne Pirate, that's a bitch ass move. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, no, it is.
Totally a fucking bitch ass move.
But please,
Uh,
let
Shit.
Clay make a decision. Don't influence.
okay.
Yeah, on the spot in front of
I'm not.
all of her friends.
Uh, okay.
Spence is killing me.
Okay.
To reprompt, she just asked yes or no.
Yeah. I've been asked to say yes or no, and I am heavily debating on whether or not to say yes or no. Okay.
Roll or die.
Do what you think,
There's
Miss Mabel?
a just like in real life, a long pause. or Miss Maybell is... Looks like she's kind of debating on a lot of things. Alright. Fine.
Is that a yes, dear?
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's all right, sweetie. Now, to both of you, as you're allowed to have your secrets, there's some things that just you gotta have to yourself. And I'm sure when the time is right, you'll let everyone know. Now, Raphael, you gotta stop acting like a little child.
But I
I say you go. You heard what I said, boy.
Boy, I said.
Boy, I said, boy, stop acting like a child.
Don't come cry. You both are adults now. Don't come crying to me when you're hiding things from each other. Do you not trust your sister?
I've been trying to, but it is getting harder and
And
harder.
that's gonna be defined by one little secret.
But it doesn't seem to be Little Mother.
How do you supposed to know?
Because I asked her if it was life or death, and she wouldn't answer me. I asked she. The only reason I even. Sorry, I'm having
Yeah?
broken English. Give me a second. The only reason I even asked her if she was holding something is because when we were having a conversation before, at the mention of betrayal, she twitched and she looked a bit perplexed, as if something she was going to do was going to betray me.
She got a
And
bit
I-
nervous at a very serious conversation. I would too, honey.
I
Reinhardt, you gotta calm down. Now, you two have been through thick and thin together. If anything was important, I trust you two to be able to talk this out like reasonable adults. And
tried that.
if Esther don't want to tell you, then you just gotta wait. I'm not gonna be the one here who's telling my daughter, well, my son knows that you're up to something, so you gotta tell him now. That's not my business. Don't be using me in this little game of yours. Take that on that sign from your room while you're at it. You're not a kid anymore.
Thought.
But the sun.
Uh, he rolls his hand through his hair and scratches at the back of his head. Fine. I understand, Mother. Esther, I'm sorry.
Oh. Sorry, a thought came into my brain. It is not a part of this. She just kind of sits there and doesn't really look at you.
Fair enough. And I'll take the sign down next time I'm upstairs.
All right, dear. Well, now look, you've done make this whole conversation awkward.
Yeah, that was my fault. Right, fine. Let's focus on the task at hand then. Sister, you'll stay here with Mother. And Floyd, you know what? Screw it. You're going into town. Like Mother said, I need to learn to just trust my sister. The four of us are going to be going out. She'll make sure she's safe, won't you?
Always.
I'll nod and say, Jade, do you want to travel with Brom? I have somewhere I'd like you to go.
Me go with the big boy.
We're sending the green team even if you're lacking a member, yes.
Well, let's get smashing.
I would like the two of you to go investigate what has been going on with, well, these two nobles. And I'll give them. Can I just have, like I said, I was writing in my notebook before. Can I just tear out a page with like the info on it, on like their names and stuff, and be like, go ahead and talk to Mother Mabel about where you might be able to find them, or if she's not sure, you know, figure it out. But
Look
go
at the
ahead and
map.
see about figuring out what they've been doing during this time.
Right. Just investigate the other nobles, see what they've been up to.
Right.
Gotcha.
Floyd, you and I are going to go look after this tabaxi I had heard you had spotted.
I already tried searching around the whole town and asked a few guys to help out, but we didn't come up with anything. The guy most likely skipped out of town.
Sure,
what Mr.
that
Williams
could be a
would do.
possibility.
If he
But
was
we're
you.
going to be going around and doing a little bit of extra looking anyways because we're investigating a few other things. Second thing for Jade and Brom. I've got a bit of an issue, and I need you to take a look at this. I'm going to pull out the ring. I had Mother take a look at it, and my father used to have one similar to it. I need you to keep an eye out for something like this, as I'm going to send the two of you into his study and into his mother's chambers to go ahead and see if you can find anything like this, or if you can find any kind of documentation he was keeping on recent events. Did Father have a journal, Mother?
No, he kept logs in his study, but that was more on business rather than diary.
It's still mostly as disorganized as ever. With more recent things, I mean.
I was keeping him in check for the most part.
I'm sure you were. as like the backpedal to not get scorned by my mother for her doing her due diligence. And I'll say, right, then the two of you go ahead and go through some of his records and just see if you see anything of interest. Otherwise, see if you can find any evidence in the room. Anything that could have been tied to his murder other than the dagger. Well, another once over couldn't hurt anything.
Sounds good.
Pardon me for interrupting, by the way, but
Yes.
just roll back a second. Who is this person you're talking about?
Whoever might have killed Father.
No, you said someone. Like you're trying to find someone?
What?
Yeah.
Out
You
again,
may-
what?
Just. I'm going to say something else to get into.
Okay.
You mentioned Tabaxi?
Right, there was a tabaxi that was outside during the event. Lloyd had made a report that they had run off upon seeing him, or
You able
do
to
you want to
describe this
clarify?
person for me?
Floyd?
Actually, I was literally describing him. I was on mute. I was saying orange hair, fur, white hair, and I described his height, what he looked like, and how the whole situation went down. I just repeat all that.
Huh. That sounds an awful lot like Baron Roselash's kid.
Baron Roselason's kid. Really?
I can't be certain. I ain't seen them in quite some time, but
Would you happen to know their location, madam?
the Baron lives some ways out of town. Likely take better part of a day to get to their
Ah.
territory. But
See
I
my
mean,
eyes get widened.
I have sent word to them to come here to discuss matters.
So they should be along tomorrow then.
That is, if they listen for once.
Right. I think we can give that one a day then and see if they do. If they don't, then we'll send Jaden Brom over to visit.
It's crazy then. Why would one of them be over here so early?
Because she said they live a day out of town. And she already sent word, so they should be here sometime tomorrow evening, if they listen to the letter. Correct, Mother?
If they, I can't say they'd be here tomorrow, but I told them to come down here as soon as they were able to.
They never listen.
How long?
We might go ahead and send Jaden Probe anyways. But that'll be a tomorrow task. I think the nobles aren't going anywhere. I think for now we need to see what we can find here in the manor and things within town that might lead to any kind of traces of a organization that might be able to give us some clues as to what's going on. To me, the patches that you all found on the clothing. Brom, answer me this question.
Yep.
Do you ever in a million years think that the king the Aristokians would have had his men wear patches to indicate they're Aristokians?
They were metal, by the way, not fabric
Oh,
patches.
sorry. Well, badges.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't really see, even when I was interacting with the king, I didn't really see anything representing Aristoc, aside from, himself.
That's why I think it might be a red herring. Something they placed in order to try to throw us off of this scent, which means they're worried about us being able to find them. Do you get what I mean?
And you
You
said
don't have
the
to.
orange vaccine resembles the kid of one of these noble families, right? Some baron. He looks towards Mama Mabel.
What was it you said there? Sorry.
And you're saying this tabaxi that we might have seen might resemble the kid of some sort of baron?
Yeah, it's correct. From the description you gave, sounds a lot like at least some member of the Roselash family. A bear, their father, Baron Roselash, is an awfully. He's a man who's never quite agreed with my husband. Bit of a bit less interested in the spiritual side of the matters and more invested in the economic.
A businessman. I get you now. Do you think the Baron might be a suspect we could investigate? Or...
One of two of the
Well,
people that did not attend.
if you ask me, I don't think he'd have the stones to do such a thing, but
Right, but Mother, someone could
not the
have
most.
also led him into doing it. someone else more powerful than him that was like, hey, do this for me, or something like that. I'm looking for leads that lead us to the main suspect. I don't think they were ever a step within this building. And if they were, well, then that creates even more problems. But let's try to be a bit more optimistic. I will say, alright, changing it up a bit maybe. Brom, Jade, you're going to go into town and see if you can see if anyone can lead you to some sort of thieves guild or any kind of assassins or anything. Just think of different ways you might be able to find some sort of back alley people. I know that's going to be difficult without Grackle, but we're just going to have to do what we can. Jade, you can try to act a bit grackly, can't you?
Why, yeah.
Oh
Oh
no.
He looks just like Grackle.
Just both of us oh no at the same fucking time is wild. Oh no, oh no! Right. Pretty much for now, I guess the two of you go do that. And me and Floyd will go around the house and
Okay.
take a look at things a little more closely.
So,
Mother,
do you
what is
want
off limits in the house?
Sorry. Did you want us to go around and ask about, anyone that might know of what happened here, or just any assassin in general?
Wait, none of you have done that yet?
Well, I just got here, so.
I look to the others. The ones that were here.
I just go, I did what you asked.
Question. What? Say that again.
Did any of you actually go around and ask people questions that were here at the manor?
I asked for a few individuals, but nothing much.
Right. Mother, would you be willing to gather all staff in here?
Sorry, it was muted.
Oh.
Well, I don't think the entire staff would fit inside here, but I can bring them to the front foyer if you need.
Let's do the
Maybe.
foyer.
Everyone that was present in the manor, or at least was supposed to be.
Right, but some have already have left, haven't they, Mother?
Already left, as in.
Some folks have already left the manor that were here on the day of Father's death.
Well, most our staff work here full time. They stay here during the days, and it's more or less been on lockdown since everything happened. So,
Does anyone do we keep a ledger on people that come in and out?
well, yes, but we keep note of visitors. But I can assure you, there hasn't been much of anyone besides those who were here for the meeting yesterday.
I just want to go over it once again and see if any names were missing that should have been here. Other than,
Or any names were accounted for twice.
Be my guest. I'll have the servant, or I'll have the butler gather that for you.
Thank you. After that, I think I've got a couple other things. Can I see the dagger that killed Father?
Sorry, but I already turned it into Goose. In the Paragon.
Oh, you already handed it over. Right, we'll make a trip up to the airship to let them know what we're doing anyways, so I can do that. Me and you'll go do that. We're skipping over the Brahm interrogation tactics in my note list.
There.
During that fight, Mother, did you? Oh, wait. Actually, I think we actually went over this with you, Rez. Did she get a good look at the person that attacked her when he was up close to her?
I've given any descriptions of him already.
Okay, got it. It was very vague, if I remember right. Fully like cloaked and everything.
Hmm.
Yeah, I believe she couldn't get a good look at his face. Or their face, sorry.
Right. Either way, I want to get my hands on that dagger. That's one thing. What happened to the bodies of the two assailants that were killed that were fake Aristokians? We think might have been fake Aristokians.
That that soldier who arrived a bit later, uh, he he reanimated them.
Bonnie has them?
He reanimated them as zombies.
Reanimate him.
Yes.
Oh, god damn it. Are they... Wait, so have they completely lost, like, their normal shape to where they're not even identifiable? No?
I believe they were. Well, their corpses reanimated.
Okay, but I know his stuff, like, rots armor or whatever, or something like that. Is that what they're doing? Or are they still identifiable as people? Like, if I wanted to know if they had brown hair and things like that.
That would have to go down to how Boney describes it.
Oh, that's annoying, Rez, to be fair.
I didn't do this.
Oh, I know, it's Bonnie did it.
He made a necromancer. He took
Alright.
those bodies because they were the ones that they were allowed to take because they're not being sent home to any families.
Right, but what I'm going to go ahead and say then is, I guess... Well, but that means I don't have access to him this whole session. Fuck. Okay.
And have we
We'll just worry
tried
about that next time
getting them
Bonnie's here.
to speak dead thingy?
Huh?
Have we tried interrogating the bodies, you know? Speak
I
dead.
just want to see what they look like so we can ask people if they've seen them around town before.
Oh, yes. Well,
Because now that we have seen, if we've had access to see their faces, that's important. So we'll have to talk to that necromancer at some point. Going off of that, let's see.
whoever did this sort of thing has to have a lot of resources at their disposal. From what was described, that elemental thing and all that. It would make sense if one of the noble families were behind it.
Right. Mother, the two noble women that ended up surviving the attack along with you, what were their names?
Give me a sec to figure out where I put their names.
You were supposed to find out
Vice
that last time.
Countess.
I have been very busy, okay?
Vice Countess.
Oh, so busy with your
uh,
cooking in college.
Yes.
Lamarin?
Huh?
Vice Lamarin? And Vice Countess Estiel. I don't know if I actually spelled their
Oh,
names
yeah,
right.
it
Oh,
was.
Estelle and Lamarand. Yeah, something like that. I think
Thank
it was.
you.
Yes, it was Estelle and Lemarais, I believe, or something like that.
Okay,
Lemarin.
so Clay took the notes. Good job, Clay.
Merengue pie.
Lemon meringue.
Thought.
Okay. For the most part, that covers everything. So yeah, me and Floyd are going to investigate the manor once again and talk to the different people and see what we can figure out once more. Go over everything again and by the way, do they live far, Raz? Can we just skip to the point of do these two countesses that were here live far, or are they still in town?
With their position, they do live a little further. It would
Okay.
be a full day's trip.
We're looking at several days of going around and doing things.
That's if you
not...
are looking to go to every single person's house.
all four of these that were at the attendance. Stick to town for now then. Right. For today, we're just going to go to Brom and Jade, go around town and see if they can find any kind of sketchy shit. And Floyd and I are going to investigate the manor and talk to people, which Miss Maybell can do too, and then we'll take another step from there. Any objections?
No.
Yeah.
Any other things that people want to check out?
While we're out, we could probably also ask about the tabaxi.
Well, she gave us enough information that I'm definitely tomorrow, like next day in game, we might go as a group of 4, make the day trip. The problem with that is that's a little risky, but the Rentians are here in town, so I can just talk to Goose. Actually, first thing we should probably go is go get that dagger after talking with them here, but
Well, I mean, that's in Boney's possession.
No, it was
the
in
dagger is in Goose's possession.
Oh, okay.
So okay, everybody understand the game plan then?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
With
Right,
that,
and with that,
oh, go ahead.
oh yep. I was just gonna say, with that settled, what do you got?
I'll hand it to you after we leave the room.
Oh, the dagger?
Nope.
What do you hand to me?
My report, which will be later.
What is? I flipped through it. What's it say?
Oh. It's just about Jade and his stupid little shenanigans that I
What did
saw
Jade
him do. He basically was fucking around in the manor with some guardsmen or some shit.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me.
And
But he was there for the fight and protected you and Mabel, yes?
I couldn't really answer that as nope. I don't think he
As he
was.
wasn't there.
Yeah,
He
that's what I
wasn't
was
there
gonna
at the fight.
say. Yep.
Wait,
He was
what?
there for the fight.
Oh,
No,
he
he
wasn't.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Wait,
I
Jade was there
Jade
for the-
was.
Yeah,
H's
Jade
character
was.
wasn't.
Floyd was
Right, I'm
not.
talking
I
Floyd
wasn't
wasn't.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Floyd
Yeah,
wasn't there.
I wasn't
Floyd
there.
was
Okay.
not at the fight.
I understood that from the get-go. No need to explain. All
Alright.
good. I go, wait,
did.
you weren't there. Where were you?
I was out in the city.
I'm looking at your report and it's not telling me what you were doing there.
Oh well.
This just seems to be...
It's mostly of keeping eyes on Jade.
Right, but if you were keeping eyes on Jade, you would have seen him fighting alongside Miss Maybell to protect my mother.
No, I wasn't there. When I got back, I saw just tragedy.
Right, and you wrote a report, and I'm asking, based off of your report, where were you?
I was in the city looking
And
for the
this
man.
is when you saw the tabaxi.
No, this was after. I went back
Right.
out to go find him after I found out that the father was dead. So I set out, asked some people to help me out. And yeah, basically from there.
Okay. Right, you wouldn't have been able to know that she was going to get attacked, so I'm not against you, but like I said, Jade at least was out helping. If he's looking to be a bit nosy, I really don't care. He's probably just looking for muffins or something. That's how he is. This is me talking as a character, not me knowing that you're just a nosy bitch for everything, not just muffins. Anyways.
All I say is
I'll
that's
take
all you need to know.
Anyways,
Uh,
I'm gonna take my leave outside the room.
right, well, we have some staff to question. I'll go wait with Floyd in the foyer.
You want us to go ahead and check the study real quick?
Sure, if you guys want to go ahead and head up there, but I figured it might be a better job for me and Floyd. We're a bit more well-read.
I'm not gonna lie, I am fucking pissed off.
Why?
Mostly as Floyd, cause oof.
It's not that I'm not suspicious of why he would be looking
I'm not
around.
talking about Jade, it's something else completely different.
Why?
I'll just wait till we're walking.
Okay, you and I are walking.
If we're alone, just walking, I would just say I'm very pissed off with Miss Maybell
What? Why?
because she didn't say what the hell she was hiding.
You know, I wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for her mother. Have I ever told you that?
No.
She kept me from committing suicide when I was about 17. The reason I told her that she was hiding something wasn't really just for me to find out what it was. And it was because I didn't know what to do. My mind was in shambles. Or shambles.
Not Jambles.
Mind and Jamble sounds like a good band.
God damn it.
Sorry.
The main thing is that when she said what she said, she was right. I love my sister more than anything in this world, and I'm going to trust her. That's why I'm just going to shut up about it. I have my own reservations about the whole ordeal, and I know you don't have to listen to me. And I thought it was right that all of you knew that it had me in such an odd, precarious situation. She doesn't have to tell anyone her secrets. I just hope it doesn't end up being something detrimental.
I'm sorry, but me personally, she being that quiet, that don't sit right with me. But I'm not gonna pry any further. That is between you guys and everything, as long as it don't affect everybody.
We'll see the results of it eventually. I think that's the one thing my mother was definitely right about. Is that the time will come when she finally shows us or tells us or something happens. And we're just going to have to deal with that.
We keep waiting, things are just gonna keep crumbling down.
You know that I'm not the most patient person. But I think I have to be for this one. Because of my own impatience, I think it's caused her to not even say just even because of that. And I need to trust her. Her and my mother are the only two people in this world I feel like I can fully trust. I'm gaining some for all of you. But trust me, it's going to take much longer.
Take much longer on what?
Me trusting you.
Well,
For all I know, you came into this manor and stabbed my father through the heart. I'm not saying you did, but I don't know you well enough.
I twitch a bit, but
Inside?
go ahead.
I mean, that's what
Damn.
Ryne would do.
Holy shit. It struck me a little bit.
It just struck a nerve, or what?
Uh, it bothers me that you said that, but I'll let it go.
I'm sorry. Either way. Right. Sorry, Rez.
What are you apologizing to me for?
I don't know. I kind of rolled, even though you hadn't said anything.
H said it was fine, so I wasn't going to tell you guys what to do. When it's between characters, I will try and mediate, but, like, you guys just handled it, so I don't care.
Thanks.
Because
Right.
we're men.
We wear
Because
underwear.
you're a mole and an
Men.
assassin.
We're
It
men
was
and
me
tights.
all
Whatever.
along. Remove the mask. It was me all along.
It was me, Barry.
It was me, Barry.
Me, Barry.
I killed your dad at supersonic speeds.
Damn it. Anyways, so gathering of peoples?
No.
Or wherever you want to start, Raz. I just was thinking maybe that's
Where are
first thing.
you guys starting? Because you jumped around on what was first.
Okay, first thing is the two of them. We're going to have Jade and Brom just go straight into town. They're not doing anything at the manor. If you guys are okay with that.
Yeah,
I'll
I mean,
take that as they're okay with that.
that
Oh,
sounds
yeah,
good.
okay.
I mean, I think if
Yeah.
you want to, like, we could even just say that we're out, and we're gonna just like start searching. And if you guys want to do your things at the manor, um,
Our first thing is I already asked Mom to gather everyone in the foyer. If that's going to take some time, we'll go up and start looking through the study and things.
Gotcha.
And then after both of those will be us going to the airship for the dagger.
Do you want me to just give you one freebie here to speed things up as well?
Sure, if that's what you want to do.
yeah,
The staff will have nothing new to add beyond what we found out before
Okay.
you guys arrived.
damn.
But it doesn't matter.
Dang.
Because
Well,
there
to the
was
study.
at least when you were going back over all this for me, so we had a fresh mind on this. You had said that one of the staff had seen something, though, right?
They had heard someone moving around, like moving through the hall early in the morning.
But they disregarded it.
But they
and
did,
didn't-
yeah, but they didn't see anyone when they went to peek out, and then they disregarded it.
Right. And so
Talking it up to ghosts.
It was
could
a case of like, what is that noise out there? Mine must be playing tricks on me.
Must have been the wind.
basically I would have
Must have been the way.
with
Must
that
have been.
interaction I would have asked her like or him whoever it was where that was so we could where specifically that was so we could go investigate that area. Upon which I would probably cast detect magic and things like that in that spot.
Nothing new.
Okay.
It was the sound was in around the main foyer.
Oh, it was around
Like
the
heading.
main. Okay.
Yes.
So potentially someone under the guise of invisibility. Adding that to my notes.
Or just not seeing because they weren't in the same room.
Right. Incredibly stealthy or invisible, one of the two. After that, we will make our way to the study and start investigating there.
Investigating.
Study, then over to Mom and Dad's room, which I will lose my shit having to go in there, but it's fine. Move on with my life.
All right. Are you checking the study you were in previously, like the waiting room, or are you going to
Father's
his
study.
personal?
Other study, his personal
Gotcha.
area.
Oh boy.
Anything he super frequented and was his personal residency to like be in a daily,
Gotcha.
like that kind of stuff.
Um.
We're going through my dad's things and it's making me really sad as I get teary-eyed looking through stuff.
Alrighty. All the investigations. It's you and Miss Maybell doing all that.
Me, Miss Maybell, Floyd.
All right. Would each of you like to roll a investigation for me?
Okay.
Damn, another 10.
Fuck.
10, 10, and 8.
In the
That's rough.
study, there's plenty of paperwork here throughout different boxes, different uh, like different drawers, papers, scrolls, what have you. You start to go through. Many of them are like different receipts for all number of things. Plenty, almost all of it mundane, just food, like furniture. You see you find like the bills of sale for all sorts of things. But it's all you guys can really find at this time is just paperwork. You figure that to go through everything would take, if you wanted to find all the paperwork, it might take a day in of itself to go through every bit of documentation in here.
maybe come back around to this again, but I don't think it's here or anything of purpose is here. I will ask Mother Maybell if she knew of any secrets Dad kept in the room, like secret stashes or anything.
Mm. Yeah, I think he kept a bottle back behind the bookshelf. In terms of actual secrets, not anything I'm aware.
He's bound to have something, Mother. He's a duke. Or was.
Well,
Well, you don't talk about him in the past tense.
Just Jade having left like a pseudopod here.
It's just like a little like green slime mouth.
God.
It's just slowly shrinking.
I'm melting, I'm melting.
I'm
That's
milky.
so rude.
Why?
Why?
Cause it's me.
You know, on a side note,
Um,
oh no, please
Hmm.
continue. Sorry.
No.
No, it was completely
That was
unrelated.
just me being thoughtful. Go for it. Seriously.
No, it was it's really dumb. I was watching Courage the Cowardly Dog, and there's this episode with like a goose god, and for some reason the goose god reminds me of Raz.
thank you.
Trust me.
The archaic vernacular in which they talk reminds me of some NPC Raz would create, and
Good.
I just wanted to make that note.
Very
Sounds like
beautiful.
like one of those like power buff Marvel characters where they get a new title to their name,
Mhm.
just to like Captain Goose.
Goose god.
Goose, god of guarding.
Goose. God of being
Goose.
so fucking awesome.
Goose, god of paperwork.
Paperwork.
The god of
Choose
bureaucracy.
goose.
So the worst god, got it.
God, imagine being the god of
Um,
bureaucracy. Awful domain.
In essence,
God
I
of
basically have that in my world, and you guys
Nothing
met them all. Like met their people.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
So
just a rules god.
It's just
can I give it another once over? Try to get a better roll. Is that a possibility?
Not in this room.
Oh, fair enough. I thought I'd at least ask though.
I don't think it's fair to like one after another, same room. Like
No, I
maybe
understand.
once you've done your other tasks, but it's like you gotta restart in a sense to.
come
I'll
back with a
keep that
fresher
in mind.
memory.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind for maybe next session or something. If we end up still needing some sort of clue, you know what I mean?
Yep.
But so I will ask then, would it be okay if our friendly neighborhood follow alongs, instead of me rolling, us rolling individually, can I do it with advantage with their help? That would probably be a lot better off for us.
Are you sure? I mean, Brahm, how are you doing in the town?
I'm saying in the next room because we were going to move to their personal chambers.
For pure like personal sense of it, I don't want that one because then it's a case of because while it has its pros and cons, because in that case it would be 2 rolls rather than 3, assuming both are just helping.
Mhm.
But also because it's a case of they are searching themselves. Like,
I can give a guidance.
yeah,
Give me a guidance, Clay.
Yeah, I'll
Please.
give you a guidance.
Okay.
I was gonna say guidance, but then everyone rolled and I was like, well fuck, I guess I'll roll.
but where are you
Okay.
searching next?
Um. Oh wait, there is one thing I want to do in the study. I didn't. I don't know why I didn't do it. Detect magic, ritual cast.
Okay. Um Just trying to make sure I'm not forgetting my own things. Um, let's see.
I was about to
Um,
move on without doing that, and I just realized. Sorry for going back on that.
no, it's all good. I'm very much. It's one of these things where I'm having to just make sure I'm not going to be leading you astray at all. Uh, there's
By the way,
nothing. Hmm,
oh yeah, sorry.
I'll just put it this way: there's nothing beyond the mundane here.
Okay, that's fine. So upon moving into his chambers, probably same thing again. Detect magic and then an investigation.
Like their bedroom.
Yes.
All right. Everyone, roll me an investigation.
Edward's been given a guidance.
That's
Oh,
a D4.
please do
Yep.
well. Oh, baby. I'll take it. I'll take it. 24.
Got 17.
Much better
And
all around so far.
and Floyd.
Yes, and you're flawed.
Roll me another
Two.
investigation now that you're in another room.
Well,
Yeah.
Dang.
Um, with your uh 24 and the 17, just to make sure I'm not gonna forget nothing. Um, so for starters, like it's mostly been cleaned up in here. The bed has been essentially uh changed out so that there, isn't just a bloody bed in here. Uh,
Oh, the bloody bed.
uh, like most of the place has been cleaned at this point. Um, there's not really much that stands out to you for evidence, so to speak, at this point. Um, but the one thing you do notice, Reinpert,
Mhm.
uh, far too long past to be able to make any uh, definitive knowledge of it. However, there is traces of magic around the bed in this room.
Traces
Not
of
like
magic around
not
the bed.
connected to the bed itself, but in the area surrounding it.
Like there's something that got spilled.
No, more of that it is. I'm giving this to you because you got a very high roll, but it is. There are faint traces that magic was used here within recent events, but not. It's been long enough that you can't tell what kind of magic at all.
There was magic, can't tell what kind of magic, and it's not like it's a paper trail of any sorts to where I could follow it along. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Hmm. Something else did happen here. Hmm. Right. What we can do is. Hmm. Okay. I will go ahead and talk to Mother once again and be like, is there anywhere the father intended to sneak off to? Somewhere he spent a lot of time other than those two places.
Your father wasn't much for sneaking around.
I know he wasn't. He genuinely strode everywhere he went. But, I mean, is there anywhere he'd like to go for seclusion?
If he was looking for just some time for peace, he'd often just spend some time in the garden.
Hmm. I make my way out to the garden. Might as well cover all
As
Out the
was
way.
as described in a different session, the garden, despite it being a noble's palace, is heavily grown. It's not unlike many others you would expect from nobility. The Maven family keeps theirs very sporadic in its growth. Uh,
It's not
Right.
trimmed to look
it's not,
fancy.
yeah, it's not trimmed to perfection, but it is more
More
of
It's
a
well taken
natural
care of.
space.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Um, give it a once over, casting detect magic if I can, and then another investigation. What I'm really looking for is anything that might be hidden in secret around.
um, roll me just for Ryne Pert in this case. Roll me an investigation or a roll me perception.
He said, "Screw your +8." Uh,
Yeah, it's different things, my guy.
perception. Do I still get Miss Maybell's guidance if she's willing to give it?
Guidance.
I know I'm asking Raz though. It is his choice.
You're looking around, so it's reasonable that it could be cast on you.
Oh, is there even a point? Probably not. Nope.
Um,
11.
yeah, no, nothing really seems to
Would have been
stand out.
17 with my investigation.
Woohoo!
Who fucking who is right? I'm sad about it. Let me be sad, Raz.
You're allowed to be sad. I'm just not going to care.
I know. Love how I'll change it up from time to time in my games to make it to where it's easier for you guys to figure things out. This motherfucker goes +8? Nah, +2, dog.
Yeah, I gave you a bunch of investigations already. This is something different.
Was that not the same thing I was doing for all three of those things, though?
There's something I can't tell you because you rolled a 10.
I know, it's something different. I understand. But it's only me.
Yeah, for a reason that I can't tell you because you rolled a 10.
So, but my detect magic doesn't find anything either.
No.
Okay. Okay. Right. That's all I got.
There was one other thing you said you were going to do.
Well, that was to go to the airship.
Yeah, is that what you want?
Yeah, but I mean, that's all I got
Or you
here
want
at the moment that I can
Okay.
think of. I mean, other than trying to find the vault, but I'm not focused on that. Ramper wouldn't even give a shit about looking for it. I'll come by again another day if I still feel like I've got not enough, but I'll be fair to you and play by your rules.
I'm just making sure I was just making sure that your comment was a it's I thought you were saying just like I'm done, move on to the other.
Well, all I'm saying is we can move forward if you'd like, and you haven't done that.
You're the ones investigating. Do as you wish.
I would like to go to the airship, please.
Okay.
Airship.
God, I didn't know I needed to say that anymore.
I don't know where all you want to go. You might have thought of something else.
I haven't. I'm sorry. I know I'm dumb. It's fine.
No, you're not dumb. I need the word from you guys to tell me what's happening.
Okay.
I am just I am the guy with the world, but you guys are the camera. I need to know where the camera is.
Me and Brahms at town
Where's the
now.
camera point?
Yeah, sorry, my brain is like mush right now. Ooh.
Don't worry, mine
Airship
is.
or town.
Soup, soup. Yeah, no, I like to imagine. I like to think Brom, as we're sort of making our way out of the actual manor, we probably should look towards Jade. All right, Jade. You wouldn't happen to have
Yes.
found any, under seedy sort of places, anywhere where assassins might hang out.
It's either the bar or the sewer.
Why would it be a sewer?
'Cause you said underground?
All right, Rob, you're on your own for this one.
I'm just like, all right, bro,
Right,
you're
Brom,
on your own.
it's up to you to find this place. As he's going to, I think he's going to try and find a place with a reputation for being a worse part of the area, as worse as that can be for the dukedom of the Mayville residents.
Alrighty. Are you asking around for that, or are you just looking for your own judgment?
I know he's probably asking around. It's like, hey, if there was anywhere I should avoid, just as a newcomer, or should I stay away from? I mean, any place that might be dangerous or anything like that. I think is what he'll ask about.
Alrighty.
Whichever name gets the most answers, of like, hey, don't go there. Bam, that's where we're going.
You'll get something regardless, but roll me a charisma check to see how much people are kind of.
Famous half orc charm. 18.
Hey, pretty good.
Famous half orc charm.
Yeah.
Hey, are you single? I heard you're single.
Sorry, I got my eye and I'm smoking hot astrolabe.
Is every barbarian in any campaign a MILF hunter? I know at least two now. And they're both barbarians.
That's true. That's true. I play another barbarian in Drew's campaign. Drew, get ready. All I'm gonna say. All I'm saying.
You're already a milk hunter. I mean, just add a couple.
I am
just
a milk
add
hunter.
some
You
letters.
just change the initial.
I'm going to be the most honest. It's probably just Ryne's a MILF hunter. Let's get this straight.
It's just Magnus accidentally spills milk wrong one time. There you
one
go.
time. I can make this work too, I suppose.
I can make this work.
Naomi, I need help, please. No. But yeah, no.
Stay away from my mom, bro. Stay away from my mom.
I could stay away from your girl. I can't say your girl will stay away from me.
Anyways.
I really would love to imagine Brom's like, okay, what's like a place we shouldn't go to that sort of like we totally should go to, like a dangerous place here, Jade. Muffin store? Yes, muffin store is great, but that's not what we're going to right now.
That's not what we're going for.
Here, I'll go look in the sewers. You go check the bars.
Alright.
And then when we're done doing that, we'll check the bakeries.
Those bakeries are
And he squints his eyes at you. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, bakeries actually sound pretty good after we, do what we're supposed to do. And even if you do find something, I mean, you're pretty capable, but, apprehend if you think you can. If you don't think you can, like, capture whoever it is, or maybe if it's multiple people, if you don't think you can get them safely, just come back and find me, and we'll tackle it together.
Okay.
Cool. All right. So then, you go low, I'll go high.
And I rushed off. Do you actually go do anything?
I like to think he just kind of lets out a sigh. Okay, cool, great. Now I can focus. Right. Gotta find that place.
Investigate.
I assume I should first tell you what you got from the 18 charisma, right?
Sure. Yeah, that'd be nice.
I should get to.
Charisma?
For you, if you're just running around looking, it would be investigation. But for Brom, asking around like where to avoid and all that. Wow. I'll ask you what you're looking for in a sec. Uh,
Muffins. No.
No.
but for Brom, you are told essentially to that it's in your best interest to stay clear of the we'll say the southern end of town, where it's just generally that as you make it to that end of town, uh, there's still nicer buildings, but it's just kind of been given a reputation that things aren't as of high quality there. That
It's more run down, less well maintained.
not even run down, but it's more that the finer places are closer to the center of town.
Right.
Whereas things, especially on the southern end of town, tend to be more uh, like less busy, so therefore less staffed, less maintained.
Right. I see. They have less influence of the actual the Duke being right there.
Yeah, there isn't much. It seems like this whole town is fairly well kept. It doesn't really have a slums of any kind, but
Right.
it is that there is the more prominent part of town and the uh, lesser outskirts of actual business related things.
Right.
Because people aren't going to tell you oh, stay clear of the houses.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh,
Like that
stay clear of
the
houses.
the residential areas, you don't want to go down there.
The suburbs, you gotta stay away from them.
Because people aren't expecting you to want to explore there anyways. But
Right. I think Brom's probably going to investigate some of the south side there. Maybe try to find a tavern or something along those lines. Any sort of big social area for down there, I suppose.
alrighty. And just so I have it checked off before I forget later on, Jade, what is it that you're looking for?
Any suspicious locations? It's in the sewer.
In the sewers, gotcha. You know what? Normally I'd have to say something about this, but with it being you, you can just go into the sewers.
Yeah.
You do just fit right into a sewage drain.
I like to imagine Jay just stands over a sewage drain and just slowly falls down.
Yeah, just casually
Gives you the salute.
just
Just
walks
starts
over.
sinking.
Just
Starts thinking the hat is left behind as a hand reaches out and pulls it back in.
Like Ninja Turtle style.
Yeah.
fucking doughy from Bobby Playtime.
There's a sewer grate. He just sinks through, but the skull inside him gets left behind.
Dude, the
So he
sewer is a pretty smart place to check now I think about it. Because, underground network collects the most
That's
of
where
the
they are in the
city.
stories.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Valid. Yeah.
I can't deny that was just how it was when we did Waterdeep.
Hey, the sewers, and it's one of those things that you can put aside from the smell. It's actually pretty great for escape routes and stuff because no one wants to go in the sewer and it's not a conventional spot. But
Yeah.
it does spread out really well over most cities. It usually does have some sort of exit outside, like a city district, So super super good.
So we'll start off with Brahm.
Mhm.
You find a bit more of a rundown uh tavern, a bar, we'll say. Not that it's not really busy, especially given it's midday. Um, it seems that it doesn't have anything really special going on for it. Um, Not as fine of a building as the others. Here, and I'll do this because I have it. Get out of here. But it's it's an all right tavern. Um, Simple sign on it. Jimmy's.
Hell yeah.
Just
Jimmy
Jimmy's.
is Jimmy's.
Oh,
Gotcha.
Jimmy!
It's Jimmy's bar.
Yeah. Jimmy, not John.
Jimmy Dean.
John's bar is in town.
Do you know about Jimmy John's? Is that a common? I don't know if that's a common thing.
No,
Okay.
I've heard of it, but I don't actually know.
Okay. That was the reference I was making. Jimmy, no John. As I like to imagine, Brum will probably kind of make his way in. I think I'm trying to think of how he would word this to get the meaning that he's trying to get to across. Because it's hard to stroll up to somebody like, "Hey, I'm trying to find an assassin." It's just a really great conversation starter. So I think Brom is probably going to spend a moment, probably trying to figure out how to go about doing this, whether to like lead into an intimidation aspect, or maybe even ask Mr. Murdoch for advice on how he should word good. Goes. And the news of the Duke's death isn't something that's common knowledge, right?
It's been over a day, and it is like the kingdom at his building. I'm going to say word has gotten out one way or another.
Gotcha. Okay. It's one of those things that even if you try and contain that, that is just something that is bound to something of that like extreme nature is bound to kind of spread.
Yeah. Like no matter what, whether it be like a guard slipping up and saying something while on patrol, or like a servant sharing some news with their family back home, like someone
Right.
has
There's
let it
someone that
slip.
like lets it slip
Yeah.
and then it just gets out. I
Yeah.
think he's probably gonna go ahead and he's gonna order a drink, and then eventually he's going to sort of slip in to whoever is the one like tending the bar. So we hear the news about the Duke.
An older man with a long mustache looks like, yep, news gets around fast.
Who can remember such a thing? Or what? I thought the Duke was your life around here.
It was. Good man, really. A shame what happened, but well,
Politics, right?
well, that's one theory about what's going around. Some people say it's politics. Others insisting it's some big conspiracy going on.
Big conspiracy, like what?
All sorts of rumors come around, so I don't need to bother you with all conspiracies. But
No, trust me. I'd actually, I'd love to hear them. I mean, I've got a half full drink here and plenty of time.
well, with the current arrival of the Orientian airship, some people think it's a big siege. Well, we'd be at war now if that were the case.
Right.
And others, I know word was getting around of some, how'd you say it, like a cultish business.
Cultish business.
Yeah, apparently some items of worship were being flaunted about around here. Something to do with the sun god.
You wouldn't have seen anything like that personally here, would you?
Not myself, but well, the word was something of a knife getting shown around. Old relic of the of the God people you don't really hear much of anymore. Outside the fanatics, but
I imagine you probably haven't, seen anyone like that around here.
not personally, no. Just heard the word about it.
Right, so. Do you think that holds any weight? Any of the cultists could be behind this?
I don't know what to tell you. I only know what I hear.
Like,
Bless you.
Oh, look, thank you.
Turns out he's allergic to bullshit.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I'm just allergic to that shit.
I think can Braun make an insight check to see if there's anything which this man might seem to like believe towards or sway towards like being possible for the cause?
Go ahead.
Just sort of like when he brings it up, like the way he sort of talks about it. If there seems to be like more interest, or maybe he's like seems to have heard more of one specific thing over the other.
Go ahead and roll for it.
13.
13. He doesn't really seem to have an opinion either. Like he's just out of the things he's stated so far of politics, Rentians and cultists. He hasn't really had any strong opinion to any of those.
That's fair. Well, between you and me, what? By the way, I don't think I ever cut your name.
My name? I love the
Are you
blank.
Jimmy?
Oh, I ain't Jimmy. Jimmy passed away some years back.
Oh.
I just bought the place off him. My name's Duncan.
Duncan. Nice to meet you, Duncan. Name's Bro.
Nice to meet you.
Between you and me, what do you think might be the reason for it? I mean, out of all the people that could have done it, cultists, maybe even other nobles or rentians, if you had to pick like a definitive person, of, oh yes, this person probably killed the Duke. Rest in peace to him. Who do you think it might be?
It's a dangerous game playing speculation. Especially with matters such as this, but well, I can at least tell you I don't think it was anyone from this town. I've lived here some time and there ain't no bad blood around the Duke. At least not from anyone in this town.
Like, for sure. So probably an outside thing.
It could be.
Any
And
word,
again,
so,
that's alright. I was just gonna say that regardless, there's always the chance that, money talks louder than feelings sometimes, but what do I know?
well, I mean, I get the read. You've been here for what? All your life? Long time?
I moved here when I was, like 8 years old?
Oh, wow. So, you've been here for a good minute. I think you seem to have a pretty good read on all of the people around here.
Yep, I'd say so.
So, you wouldn't happen to have seen any folk not from around here recently pass by, would you?
Yeah, we always have the other passer through. Merchants, or well, there's that noble concession that came through the other day.
Any of them stop by over here? Or...
This side of town. No, they got too much money for this side. They got more money than they really have. any of the chefs in town. It's a luxury when they decide to go on a bit of a spree. Most of the nobles, though, when it comes down to it, they just have their own people they need.
I guess that
But
makes sense, right? Perks of being a noble.
outsiders. Yeah, there's yourself.
Right.
Let's see. The odd traveler. Different types of adventurers all coming and going throughout the kingdom. Trying to get their name out there. All in all, though, the odd traveler from other nearby towns, but
no
nothing.
one, like suspicious or anything like that. I mean, of course, it's hard to get a read on people these days.
Whether someone's suspicious or not, it ain't my business. Mind that.
Right.
I only have to be worried if their suspicion might be that they're trying to pick someone's pocket inside my tavern.
I can take it that probably happens more often than not.
The odd time.
You see Brom very quickly pat his pockets.
You still have your money.
Oh, great. Good to know. Mr. Murdoch's gone now. The whole staff is just gone.
He
Your
fucked
money's
up on his
there.
own thing.
Nothing else is.
Yeah, nothing else. Brom was butt naked, sitting on this.
He was robbed and blind.
Yeah. They moved his eye patch to his other eye when he just didn't notice.
He's been blind for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
He's just like, man, it sure is. Man, do you have you're gonna like light a candle, turn on a light, you know?
Oh, sometimes my eye just gets foggy. I thought that was what was happening. Well, I mean, truth be told, between you and me, I'm trying to see if I can find any leads on, who might have done such a thing with Luke. I know you tend to kind of keep your head pretty low, but you wouldn't have any sort of ideas about who might be able to go to find out more about that sort of thing. Anyone that might have eyes in all sorts of places around here. As Brom very quickly kind of pulls out his coin pouch, and lets more than one gold coin kind of spill out of it.
Roll me a persuasion, DC lowered.
Ah, 7.
Dang.
You see, he looks at the coin that spills out. How much would you say you have?
Let me see how much gold coin Brom has, actually. I don't think he has a lot. I think he has...
Just 2 coins spill out.
Actually, he has 115, so I'd say maybe like 10 or 12.
10 or 12 gold? You see, he kind of looks down at it and looks up at you again and goes, I don't know. Maybe a little something could jog my memory.
What kind of something? His Brom kind of stands up.
I don't know. A bit more than what you got on the table right now, so.
I don't want to be mean to this guy. I don't want to intimidate him. But I have a high thing for that.
If it's what you want to do.
Do you want me to do it? Just kidding. I'm in the sewer.
Jade comes out from like a fucking sewer grate that's somehow inside the fucking building.
I don't think intimidation is in this sort of thing. Unfortunately, I think Brom is going to go ahead. maybe something like this. As he's going to go ahead, he's going to pull out, we'll say 30 gold coins.
Okay.
This
So
amounts to-
30 total now.
Yeah, 30 total.
He'll look and go. He'll, as long as you don't stop him, he'll grab the coins. Kind of shuffle, shuffle them in his hand, just looking them over, and then kind of put them into a coin purse and say, "Well, I don't have the information you're looking." Kind of glances around the bar. There's not anyone else really in here at the moment. He goes, "Here," pulls a little napkin from the side, and then grabs a bit of like a quill from an ink pen at the back and goes, "Here." On a little piece of paper, you see he draws out a circular shape with a with a diamond inside and a line from top to bottom on it. As he slides it over to you and says, "Keep an eye out for that symbol. They'll know where you're looking."
Much appreciated. Duncan.
Now,
Well,
you have yourself a nice day, Brom. And
and
tell you what, you want a drink for the road?
sure, I'll take a drink for the road.
What's your poison?
You wouldn't seem to, I don't know, have anything from. I'm trying to remember my backstory of.
Hold on 2 seconds, bartender. Let me remember my backstory.
I remember the name of Cecilia. I don't remember where it's from.
I don't know if it was ever decided.
I think it was. No, it's in the waste.
Yeah.
Which I was like, I figured you probably don't have anything from the waste.
Northern Waste? I got a bottle somewhere.
Really?
Here, let me just find it real quick. As after a short while, he'll come back and say, "Hey, it ain't the finest, but tell you what." He pulls out a pair of cups. I say, "I'll split this with you." As he starts pouring into 2 glasses a bottle of mead.
Mm. Well, I never drank the finer stuff between you and me, so this tastes like home.
Don't worry, I can't afford the finer stuff around here.
As he'll go ahead and he'll take the glass. Cheers.
Cheers.
Or he's going to very quickly almost kind of down it before he gets up and is going to go ahead and make his way out.
Alrighty. While you go to explore your lead, Jade,
Yes.
with a nat 20, running through these sewers.
Running.
You're traveling through these sewers. You have dark vision, right?
I have
That would make sense.
dark vision, holding breath. Yep.
Cool. I just needed to make sure that you did actually have it. Because otherwise we
Run right
may have
past
had to bring that down to a 15. Because a
Yeah.
bit difficult to search. But anyways, with a nat 20 on investigation, running through the sewers, you kind of dig around, searching for anything out of the ordinary, because it's the sewers. There's not much really to see outside of, the sewer. Until, of course, you come across one of the many ladders you've come across that lead up to these streets again. Um, and you kind of stop at this one, and there is a carving next to it. Um, the ladder seems a bit more well used than the others around here, and this very simple but notable sigil is kind of carved into uh, one of the bricks next to this ladder.
Rapper was here, he'd know what this means. But to me, it's jibberty juke. No, I have no idea what it means.
Exactly. Yeah, you don't know what it means, but there's a symbol here next to the ladder.
I'm gonna climb up the ladder since it looks like it's used.
Gotcha. Yeah. You make your way up the ladder. At the top is a kind of manhole cover. Uh, it's fantasy, but like medieval-ish, whatever.
Yeah.
It's made of stone instead. But you're pretty strong, so you manage to push up on it and kind of shove it to the side. The sound of stone scraping on stone. And as you climb out, you look around and you seem to be in this middle, like a small courtyard area between several houses, several buildings, all at about like 2 stories tall, surround you. Um, as what's your passive perception?
13.
13. I'll say that's good enough. You do hear as from a nearby building, uh, you hear a somewhat like a clicking sound. As you then hear it from another or from another building, and then kind of from each building surrounding you. There's I'd say a more accurate word is a locking sound. As you stepping up here, there are now a handful of crossbows pointed at you.
As I stand there, I go, I knew I'd find the right place.
Anything
This
else?
isn't the bathroom.
This is the bathroom in the sewer. Such a wild.
Just goes, do you guys know the Muffin Man?
The
Oh,
Muffin Man
Muffin Man!
comes. I like to imagine the Muffin Man comes out. Wait, I know this guy.
Wait, I know this guy. He buys muffins.
How did you know I was here?
He found me.
He followed his nose.
Well, you finally found me, Jade. Congratulations.
The true final boss is about to get fought here. The Muffin Man
The
versus.
Muffin Man. That was the whole
That's
time.
such a fucking such a dumb character idea.
Anyways,
The target is just a muffin man.
before we get further off track, Jade, is there anything you're doing now that you know you are being you have crossbows pointed at you?
I'm not used to playing a martial class. Give me a sir.
All good.
Everything's on one page.
Is there anything you would like to say or that you're doing? Because no one's shot at you yet. They're just tracked on you.
I'm here to buy some information. If you sell that here,
Um,
I'm striking a pose like my fist on my hips and my shoulders spread like muscular, like a heroic looking pose.
gotcha.
God.
Um, you see as stepping out from one of the buildings, a uh, a we'll say half elven woman with uh, black hair, with a mask pulled over the lower, like a bandana sort of situation,
Mhm.
covering the lower half of her face, and uh, like a cloak that covers more or less what you can see as leather armor underneath. Looks at you and goes, "What have you come here for? What type of information?"
Hmm. Information on an assassin.
First things first, I have a question for you. How'd
Yeah.
you find this place?
Aimlessly wandering the sewers.
Roll me a persuasion,
Mhm.
just for how well they
Got a
actually.
-1. So that's a 3.
They rolled really high on insight, so I'm gonna say it's fine. In a very sense of they're skeptical, but at least look at you and go,
I mean, this was the cleanest ladder out of them all.
regardless of how you found us, you're one of the people that has been at the Mayville residence, correct?
Yes.
I take it that's what you're looking for? Information regarding
Yes.
that? You better climb down that hole. We have nothing to do with this matter.
Never said you did. You just need
And we don't want
information.
any and we don't want any business with this matter.
Do you know anybody who does have business with this matter? It's like I'm doing like an inquisitive like chin stroke, trying to figure out what to do now.
We've sent out our
Well, I'm gonna
feelers. After all, there's bound to be a bounty pretty soon on any information, but you wouldn't happen to be able to pay that bounty, would you?
depends on how much you want.
How much you got?
200.
I might be able to give you what we have now for all of that.
Very well.
You toss over 200 gold.
Yeah.
She'll catch it, kind of look through the coins and go, all right.
There's an
But
extra muffin in there.
There's like a mini muffin.
so you're like pull out the muffin, look a bit confused for a moment, look at the coin, and just kind of gently put the muffin back in there, closing the bag. And
I just wink.
I don't know why, but I could imagine just Jade tossing this coin bag. It's just like around in his body, and he just spits it out.
um, yeah, she'll look to you and go, "But like I said, I can assure you, none of my people did this.
Well, I know you seem like thieves, not assassins.
Some of us have dabbled in all sorts of crime. We keep we don't mess with the nobles. That's too much
Yeah,
heat for our case.
yeah. Normally you
Right?
don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Information, though. Haven't heard back from the insiders yet, but from what we do know, only a handful of possibilities. despite the rumors going around, there's been no sign of any sun goddess activities in the area for some time. So, unless they came out of the shadows just to to jump the old Duke for no reason, well, seems more like just a coincidence that they used one of their weapons. That's assuming the rumors are correct and that was the weapon. And you might know, considering it was you who arrived with the person running around with this weapon all day.
Yes, similar to this spear, and I pull out my spear. It looks
Oh my
very
God.
nice, and then I put it away.
Get shot immediately.
I'm
Uh,
assuming we're staying like 10, 15 feet away. Like we're
oh
not
yeah,
really near each
no,
other.
there's some good space between the two of you. But you did hear like movement of the crossbows. Drew a weapon.
Hmm.
Uh, but no, you. She goes, yes. Regardless, much like yourself, I think that whoever did the deed just happened to have been using the weapon more
It's
than,
more like they tried to blame,
eh,
easily to point a finger.
or it was just a useful weapon. Most of those things have a property to them or another, but it's hard to say. All of them are different. As for as for the other suspects that we've started looking into, you have the Baron, who, well, there's been a feud going on between them and the Mayvels for some time. Word is that there was a bit of blackmail going on some years back. That the Baron was finding ways to extort the Mayville family. That's just rumors, though. As for the other Duke of the local faction, well, he's been silent ever since, but it's been said that anyone around has been hearing him. Yeah, there's been some strange happenings down at his manor. Lots of lots of magic that some people are looking into. Oh, the strangest part about it is it's happening right around the anniversary. Old Archmage's disappearance. Well, the other suspects are the hardest ones to look into. They've all been locked up in that little manor of yours. Sorry to say, but can't help but say it's suspicious. Your lot shows up and suddenly the Duke is dead.
No, it's not my lot. It consists of her daughter and son.
I mean the people you came into town with. The mercenaries and Orentians.
Yeah. Yeah, but this all happened before the Arentians showed up. So,
All sorts of things happened before, but no one was killed up until then. No political killings, at least.
True, true.
But that's all I've got for you for now.
Okay. I do like an insight, make sure it's like all she actually has.
Go ahead.
Because I'm good at those. Oh my god.
Damn.
Everything's fine. That's all she needed. I'm just
There is no insight to gain from her.
It's too dark.
Your eyes are still adjusting, you know?
Well then, I'll get going.
Alright. Well, maybe we'll catch you
That was-
around.
Maybe. Actually, no, I don't want you to catch me at all. I'll catch you. Don't worry. So I just, without turning around to look where I'm going, and just back to the
Sink
hole.
back down into
Just
the hole.
yeah.
You
Weird
drop back in.
gelatinous noises. Don't spend all that gold in one place. I'll come back for it.
Oh dear.
I was debating, like, just right there to be like, do I want my money back? Can I take on 5 archers and a lady? I'm still injured from before.
That's
What do you mean you're
Giggles
still
talking.
injured? It's another day.
Listen, we
is
all know
it?
that's Giggles talking anyways.
Oh,
Injured from what? Like the battle the other day? You've had a long rest since.
I didn't know that.
It's the next day.
We've said this multiple times.
No.
Yeah. Anyways.
Well then, I could have took him. Fuck. I'll come back with reinforcements. Nah, I go. I leave to go find Brom.
Alright. You climb back into the sewers and just climb out a different exit, I presume.
Yes.
Uh,
And then be like, whoa, they're in that area.
Oh, yeah, what the hell I step in? Oh, hey, Gene.
Oh, hey.
Fancy seeing you down there.
Did you get any good information?
Oh, you know, just a symbol I'm supposed to look for. What about you?
I met a lady who just blobbed. Blah, 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 blah. She was like, oh, it could have been somebody just conveniently found a dagger. And then she was like, oh, the Baron next door has been blackmailing him. So that's another lead. It could have been the Baron.
Wait,
And
the
then,
better be blackmailing?
yeah, the Maybows.
Holy shit, well, you actually found something, Jade?
It's like, holy shit, you did something?
You didn't find anything?
I mean, I found people to look for, but it sounds like you already got a pretty good lead.
Yeah, and then they also was like, we could have done it because
You didn't see this symbol, like, around that person, did you? In the sewers? As he holds up the little piece of paper.
on the piece of paper is the symbol you saw carved in next to the ladder you climbed.
Oh yes, yes. That was next to the ladder in the sewer that I climbed up. I didn't know what it meant at the time. I just climbed up. Then like 5 people pointed crossbows at me from areas I couldn't see. I can tell the sound of a crossbow.
Oh, wow. You do use
And then a lady with her face. Oh, she looked like this, and I shaped to look like her.
Ooh,
This is what she looked like, face covered up.
yeah.
It's like a man's voice coming out of a woman's body right now.
Oh,
Intimidating. I had to pay her 200 gold to get this information.
holy shit, let's look. I only paid like 30 for mine. 40. Okay,
Yeah.
well, I think.
Well, you want to help me go get my money back then?
No, I'd rather go back to the manor and tell everyone else what you found out.
Okay. Well, they were like, we don't. They were like, they didn't want to touch this with like a 100-foot stick. All right, a 10-foot pole.
Well,
They're like, this is
let's
nasty
just cross
business.
out any of the assassins or thieves here. So I don't think it was anyone from the town, so I definitely think maybe someone from outside, like a noble or even cultist, was an option, but I don't think it's there.
But I mean, since they've already got like sticky business with the Baron of blackmail and stuff like that.
Honestly, and especially with seeing the Baron son, I think that's the way to go.
Yeah.
Right. All right, we can probably go ahead and relay this information back to the others. And then honestly, I'm okay with heading there like as soon as possible.
Oh, you want to split it up? You know, you go tell them about what I found, and I go to the Baron's house and beat the shit out of them.
I don't think it's a good idea. We should go together.
Okay.
You have such a way with words, and I could never.
Yes, with my 8 charisma.
Yeah. Come on, let's head back. As we're gonna head back to the manor.
Cool. While you guys are heading back, one last thing for the night. Like for the actual night, not in-game night.
Yeah.
Anyways, other group. H, Jacob, and Clay.
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys still want to go check about the dagger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is still something I want to do.
Alrighty.
But there's something I messaged you about. Could I have applied that? I know that we've already passed that scene, but it's something that I just forgot I had the ability to do. It's up to you.
Hmm.
Depends on if you wanted me to even notice whatever it was. So
It's not even a case of that, because it's you would have gone a +5, which would be 16 total. I'll give it to you.
you will?
Yeah, nothing else has changed since then.
Fuck yeah. Okay.
And it's not the biggest thing either that you could see from there. But while you are, while you're seeing with, like, while you're looking around with your detect magic, the one thing that you can notice that is, has an essence of magic here, is that there is a very weak presence of a, I can't really say a school of magic, but it's of a more divinely sourced magic coming from the water feature that flows through the garden. A small, like, false river that goes through. It seems that there's. I assume you continue to investigate it. Looking closer, you see that in the water, very faintly, are are tiny growths of life crystal. Nothing big enough to be usable, but just the earliest growths uh, developing within the water.
Okay. That would definitely be a question for Mom. I'll go to Miss Maybell or Mama Maybell and be like, what is it? Are you growing life crystals out in the water?
Sorry?
There's traces of life crystals growing in the river in the garden.
Bless you.
It's news to me, but
It was a cough.
might just be a side effect of different, you know, uh, chur- uh, div- 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 uh, the different tributes to Hyana they've done here. Father, your sister, a number of the priests that have come visit.
Looks to as turn goes. Any idea?
Would you like to roll religion?
I would love to roll a religion. You know how amazing I am at religion. Will I find it? There it is. Natural fucking 20.
We could have used one of those earlier.
You recall that that life crystals can have a tendency to grow where there is a strong connection to the goddess Hyana. Um, in that, um, it's odd that they're in the like river back there, as it does not connect to uh, like the church you have at the property.
Mhm.
But where there is a strong presence of uh, the goddess of life and death, uh, is said to be the where life crystals can grow most apparently.
Mhm.
They take many years to fully develop in most cases, but uh, the fact that they grow here definitely shows that that there is, in a sense, are on holy ground. Uh, but also that there does seem to be something that river would connect to that is directly related to uh, the goddess.
Mhm.
The river has a vent system,
A vent system?
like tunnels that flows through and into the underground from where it goes out of the river, from the garden.
That's a possible explanation.
No, I'm asking, like, when I followed the river, are there like little holes that the river flows through into like underground areas, or is it just like a natural
Uh,
river?
the river flows off the property through a grate, like we'll say in the wall, and then it starts inside the manor from uh, like a natural or like a false water feature. You can tell it's put there to look like a small waterfall. Where the water originally stems from, though, potentially an underground spring, potentially it's a magic effect that you just can't see the origin of it.
And mother doesn't know.
She isn't aware of how it was put in.
Okay.
In a sense, and she will tell you that the water feature has been there long before her or the Duke.
Oh, even longer.
Uh,
Okay, that's fun.
Yeah, I'll yap that information to everybody around me,
Okay.
so then everybody
Uh,
knows.
right. Let's go check out that dagger, but when we return with everyone, I think we should check into that water feature.
All right.
Um, as the three of us are walking, um, and we're like getting ready to head through town, I'll nudge Floyd and say, Floyd, go ahead and head there a bit ahead of us, would you?
H, are you there?
H?
He died.
He's dead.
My mic was muted again. I'm sorry. Can you
Ah.
repeat that question? Can you
Jacob?
repeat
Yep.
the question?
Oh, sorry. I was basically asking Floyd if he'd be willing to walk ahead of us a bit.
I do just that.
Hmm, I'm trying to think of my words.
And just so it's noted as well, the airship isn't like across town. It is just outside the property.
And yeah, poor Miss Maybell. As I get him to walk a bit further ahead, I'll turn to you while we're walking, literally like through public, but it's like around people we know have no idea who are. I'll say, I I said some pretty harsh things. And you didn't deserve that.
Okay. um. She'll kind of look at you. Um. What do I say after that? It, it hurt a little bit. I understand where your worry is.
I don't think you really have to understand. It's more of I've always been like this. I think the worst of things, and I realized I started doing that with you, and I shouldn't be. I should be trying to hold the best. I get so caught up in the fact that I think that I have to protect you, I don't even think about the fact that you might be protecting me. But I know I've been a lot with this, and I just wanted to tell you that I'm going to leave you alone about it. I know I keep pressing and I keep trying to convince you to tell me, and I'm not going to do that anymore. You'll figure it out on your own. Whatever it is. And I need to be accepting of that. Because even if I said, what I said was wrong, it won't be your fault. I just can't. I'm just really worried. constantly, and I'm worried something's going to happen that'll lead to us getting hurt. And I don't want that for you. And I don't want that for any of our friends. But I'm ashamed that I pushed you like that, and then I accused you, and you didn't deserve that. I was wrong. You know, since we're back home, would you like to go to some of our favorite places again? I think it's what Dad would want. Maybe go with Mom, if she's able to travel. He may have passed, and we might be figuring things out, but I don't think he'd want us to be sulking and wearing ourselves to the bone every single step of it. We should spend some time to reflect and be together. After we go check out this dagger, how about this evening you, Mother, and I can go out for a bit?
Ever since you've arrived and you've seen Miss Mabel's face, she's always had a bit of a grim somberness to it. And for the first time in a while, after that, she gives a smile. I think that would be nice. And she'll give you a little hug.
He'll hug her back. Right. Wait, weren't you supposed to stay home with Mom?
Well, alright. You go check out the dagger. I'll go stay with Mom.
Don't worry, I'll be back soon, okay? And something Reinpert hasn't done in a long, long time. He ruffles your hair before he walks off. Seriously, how does your hair come out that thick? He's like picking at his own.
Genetics.
That's what I get for being adopted. As he's like walking off, and
Wild.
he's going to catch up to Floyd.
As I said, you're not actually far from the airship, as it's just outside of the, like the manor's property.
Yeah, but Reinpert is still definitely feeling that fear of like doesn't want us to all be more than 2 feet from Mom a little bit. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like he's still got that anxiety of it.
What I was getting is you're basically there already. As you, I assume you're heading straight to the Paragon and them, or to
Yep,
Goose.
Paragon and to Goose, and just checking on. Oh fuck it! You know what? I catch Miss Mabel. Miss Mabel, I'm just overly worried. Come on, I want you to see Grackle.
Oh, right. Got caught up so much with everything. I forgot Grackle. Run over.
Trust me, I did too, even though I feel bad about it. But he did get himself nearly killed. I hope he's fine. But Jesus Christ, it definitely was his own doing. Or, sorry, Dead
Jesus
Gods,
Christ.
definitely his own. It's like a London. Anyways, right.
I'll ask first. Who are you? Like, where are you going first? Grackle, the Paragon, or Goose?
I figured Miss Maybell would just go see Grackle and we'll go do our thing and pick her up on our way out, kind
Yeah.
of deal.
Gotcha.
It doesn't have to be a whole scene with me and Grackle.
That's all
It
good.
can just be that happens in the background.
Is there anything you'd like to do while you're there? I'll just ask. As he is again asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Mostly just like checking over him, like medical wise.
Roll me a medicine check.
All right. 12.
Anything you've heard before already.
Got it. Awesome.
Uh, has some injuries. They seem to be stitched up.
Got it.
Yeah. Reinford, are you going to see? Because you know they have separate like main spaces. Are you going to see the Paragon or going to see Goose?
uh, I mean, I would probably, uh, my main goal is mainly to go see Goose first and report in, and then see about the dagger, but I don't really have anything for the Paragon right now.
Just making
I
sure,
think it
yeah.
mainly would, yeah, I think I'm going through Right Hand Man for today and not really bothering the Paragon, as she is probably working on a lot right now, especially since she's not able to access the vault right yet. She may be in waiting, but that tends to mean that she's working on her personal projects too.
But yeah, you go and find Goose. Her space right next to the armory. As do you knock? Step right in.
It's not. I'm still respectable.
Uh, Coming from the other side, you hear enter.
Step in and say, "Evening, Goose."
Reinford, here to make a report as well.
Right, is someone else? As I see if anybody else is in here.
I've already received no, but I've already received a report earlier from Floyd and from Orland.
I nod. I say, right, we have some new information. I dropped the info about the Duke's kid and, or not the Duke's, the Baron's kid. And I dropped some information about what we found so far. I don't mention anything about the life crystals or anything personable between my mother and anything like that. Nor do I mention what I was suspect towards Miss Maybell before of.
Okay.
And I will go ahead and say, I wanted to know. Floyd said he turned in a dagger to you.
Correct.
Was it magical of sorts, or have you had a chance to take a look at it?
Most likely is magical, yes.
Would you be fair, would it be kind? Would you be kind enough to let me see it so I could try casting Identify on it?
Sorry to say, but I had to follow procedure here.
Oh,
Any items relating to the cult of the Sky God that come into our possession are to be confiscated and removed.
you don't want to know what it can be done with it.
What I want is irrelevant to this matter.
It's one of those things. With the Pantheon, I'm guessing.
Rules are rules.
I think for a moment, a bit of a sly smile comes up on my face. Right, so I probably should avoid going anywhere near a certain part of the ship, maybe?
Reinford, this isn't a time to be trying these things.
Right, but it has to do with my father's murder.
And for that, I'm sorry.
Can you tell me anything about it? Did you find out anything about it?
It's a dagger. Its make and design is that of cult of the goddess of the sky and sun. Beyond that, it's not my place to know anything else.
Isn't the objective of the church to shut them down anyways? If they have some sort of involvement in this could lead to bringing down some of the members.
Sorry to say, but that's not our objective. After all, if we were to persecute anyone in here, that whole other diplomatic issue. We cannot go off arresting and persecuting those who follow a god outside of Arentia. All we can do is follow our procedure for that which comes into our own possession. Very similar to why I, as much as it is important to you, Miss Maybell, and the others, I, as a captain of Arentia, am aiming to not get too involved in diplomatic affairs.
Are you saying that we aren't allowed either?
You're mercenaries. Worst case is you get a pay cut.
I think I could suffer a pay cut for finding the person who killed my father.
Sorry we can't help anymore.
I understand. Nothing you can give me. Like a bit of a pleadingness to his voice one last time.
My hands are tied on the dagger.
And on being part of the investigation. Right.
If I hear anything directly brought to me, I'll see if I can let you know.
Understood. And if I find anything pertaining to the Sky God, I will make sure to bring it to you still.
You don't
Okay.
have to. That would just be more paperwork for me.
Right.
Keep it to
Dispose of it
yourself.
where. Yeah, got it. Right. Hmm. He's like tapping on the little bit of metal he still has on his arms as he says, Floyd made a report with you said, yes?
Yes, I've received his recounting of the events earlier today.
How about, has anyone come to talk to you about us handling this before the vault?
There's been plenty of discussion here about it. Problem is that
Oh, just and the say on it, because there was a bit of a pause, so I thought you were done.
it's a point of contention. Many of the crew here, especially the higher-ups, wish to leave as soon as possible, which means completing our mission here as soon as possible. Some see it simply as us waiting as being involved in the diplomatic affairs, but I have to remind them that it is thanks to our connection to Lady Maybell that we are, in fact, even considering the possibility of going through the archives.
A nod. Right. I think my biggest question, because I know it's probably of pertinence, how long are we able to stay?
The longer we stay, the more antsy the people here will get. Ideally, the answer I'm going to give you is that the sooner we can leave, the better. Or at the very least, the sooner we can start making progress towards our objective, the better.
I have a favor to
However,
ask then. Oh, sorry. Go ahead with your however.
However, you likely have a few days before anyone starts to really really cause any scenes over the delay. But there will come a point where if we're not investigating yet, that someone is likely to start suggesting alternatives.
Right, so I have a couple questions then on this.
Hmm?
Since they're on downtime and down leave anyways, I'm sure the mercenaries are fairly antsy. Would you
Some
be
of them.
alright with partial hiring of them while we're here?
Who do you need?
Honestly, who do you trust the most other than us? Which I'm sure we're pretty low on the totem pole, but
You'd be surprised.
oh,
Uh,
that's not a good thing you just said there. Oh, others been a bit more rowdy.
no, it's more just a sense that I don't think you will get up to much without making it obvious.
I shrug.
Well, luckily most of the others aren't the rambunctious sort. Uh, After all, the book wyverns, they're happy to read anything they can get their hands on. As for the others, uh, what are you needing?
Two things. Probably the book wyverns then, because they are more focused on literature, yes?
They're the researchers.
My father has a lot of documentation. Going through all of it will be a hassle, but if we can get their help, I do have an idea of maybe paying them and the agreement of a non-disclosure.
I'm not sure about non-disclosure, but if you can get us a signed and sealed document from the the head of the household that we are granted permission to go through such documents.
I think as long as it leads to us figuring out who killed father, I think she might be willing. Hopefully I can get the book wyverns to personally agree to a bit of a non-disclosure. But fair enough. Otherwise, the next part of it is going to be we have a couple things we definitely need to check out still tomorrow. I've sent Jade and Brom into town, so hopefully they come back with something, which they will, and I'm so happy for. But until then, I don't really have much else. I'll come ask again here soon. Could you arrange a meeting tomorrow morning with the book wyverns for me?
Very well. Anyone else you wish to speak to?
And that's all for now. I might need a little extra help in muscle, but even the book wyverns could be useful in that case.
I'm not sure on muscle for that, but
We got Brom, it's fine.
Yeah, you got me. You guys are fine.
Either way, yeah. That's all I need from her, and I'll say, please let the Paragon know it is still going to be a few. We are going to work as quick as we can.
very well. But just keep in mind, if things start to get antsy, it's easier to buy you time with the excuse of the Paragon needs to research whatever is inside uh, the text the naval family hides, compared to the excuse of our waiting
The
to
biggest
get
thing is
access.
I need to find something that is at least some sort of true lead to who is doing this. And if we actually need more time, then I might be able to easily more sway Mother into being able to help us with that.
And if there are no leads,
If there are none, I'll see what she says. I'm not going to push her right now, though. A couple days at most.
What I mean to ask is, let us say that we do not that you do not manage to find the killer. That they have escaped and such matters is put to rest. Will you be leaving our employ?
As she asks that, Reinford seems a bit surprised, thinks of it for a moment, and says, I have agreed to a contract. That I won't back out on. However, I will see what matters I must take care of here. Either way, I don't think it's best to presume what my ifs are until we can figure out what exactly is going on here and give my mother time to at least remorse. If I can get you access to the archives, is the big question. But I will say, we've agreed to this. To working here, with you. This is what I wanted to do with my life. So, if I can keep that, I will. If this guy has ended up running off, I don't know what I'll think then. But that hasn't happened yet. So I don't know.
Very well. If that's all,
That's all.
you're dismissed.
Nod and step out. Head back over with Floyd to get Miss Maybell. Which Floyd would have been in the room with me for that. Yeah.
I figured.
I was gonna say I was just gonna be talking to some other dudes.
Oh yeah, you just
Yeah,
waited
he's
outside to.
Yeah, I'm just talking
Got
to
it.
some grunts and shit.
Alright, Floyd, let's get the hell out of here.
I'll talk to you boys later.
Get you around.
Where to next, Reinford?
Pick up Miss Maybell and then head back to the manor so Raz can decide what he wants to do next.
Who the fuck is Raz?
God.
I didn't say that in an accent.
Unless any of you have anything else, I think we will end session with you guys heading.
Nope, that's fine.